This is heads. This is tails. What's your call? Tails is the call. It's tails. You'll defer. You'll take the ball, correct? Swing a little kick. All right. Swing this way, please. Ohio has won the toss. They've elected to defer. They will kick towards the south end zone. Good luck, gentlemen.
Ohio State won the toss. They deferred. Buckeyes will start off with the ball, and the kick will go towards the south end. Guys, let's have a night.
Each first down Ohio State picks up, brought to you by Kroger. Kroger Pickup, the easy way to get what you want right when you need it. Try Kroger Pickup today in the Kroger app or at Kroger.com. Tonight's game time temperature brought to you by Atlas Butler, 81 degrees. We know it'll get chillier. Atlas Butler is proud to serve Central Ohio for over 100 years. Their technicians are scheduled day and night, 7 days a week, including holidays. And since Atlas Butler is always open, you never pay any after-hour service fees for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Call 1-800-FURNACE. Ohio State has won all 6 previous meetings with Ohio University, the last being in 2010. The Buckeyes 38-1 all-time against members of the Mid-American Conference, 195-50-1 all-time against the 28 Ohio teams they have played, with 47 consecutive wins against in-state opponents. There have been a few close calls.
Yeah, there have. And the last time an Ohio team won was 1921 when Oberlin beat the Buckeyes 7-6.
Way back then.
Wonder if they fired a coach after that season.
Wondered. Well, the defending Mid-American Conference champion, Ohio Bobcats, and the defending national champion, Ohio State Buckeyes, preparing to meet here at Ohio Stadium. Everybody wanted a night game. Maybe not necessarily this one, but they got it.
Well, they tried to get a gray out, the helmet stripe game, so you can see south section with a lot of scarlet. I'm not seeing a whole lot of black through the middle of that, and speckles of gray throughout the crowd.
David Dellenbach will be the kickoff man for the Bobcats, a freshman from Park City, Utah, and a transfer from UCLA. Lorenzo Stiles and Brandon Innes will be the deep returners for Ohio State. The last time the Buckeyes took one all the way back for a touchdown, 2010. Jordan Hall, did you see the other night? Wake Forest returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown.
Yeah, it did.
98 yards.
Right down the left sideline.
Yeah, they certainly did. Well, everybody seems to be positioned in. The tailgating started early today for a lot of people. We wonder if some of those folks are even here now. You know, some of them that started at 11 a.m.
Wow.
Jimmy Bryson. Dellenbach with a kickoff. It's in the air, and Brandon Innes will wait for a fair catch. Ohio State will have it at the 25. Julian Sand, sophomore quarterback from Carlsbad, California. He is number 1 in the nation in pass completion percentage at 79%, number 5 in the nation in efficiency at 209.7. His 94.7% completion last week against Grambling State, the 3rd best in Ohio State single game history. So the Buckeyes will come out with James Peoples to open at tailback. Julian Sand will get his team surrounded in a huddle as the Buckeyes start at their own 25-yard line. Ohio's Bobcats with 4 down on the defensive line. Jeremiah Smith will go wide to the right. Carnell Tate will come wide left. Tight ends on each side of the line for the Buckeyes. Sand in a shotgun. Peoples is off his left hip. 1st and 10, Ohio State from their own 25. Sand going to go on top. He'll look and fire a pass out on the right side, caught by Jeremiah Smith. Steps out of bounds at his own 35-yard line in front of corner Michael Mack. And that immediately on first down brings up another first down. A pickup presented by Kroger.
Julian 1 for 1. Started last week 16 for 16. That was a perfect pass. Jeremiah Smith, hey, why not go to number 4? He's caught 88 catches now for his career here at Ohio State.
Sand did not have a pass hit the ground last week. First down, Buckeyes to their own 35. Sand under his center, Carson Hinsman. Now it looks like he's changing a play. Smith is wide to the right, Tate wide left. 2 tight ends on the left side of the line. So Sand, after the play change, works again under center Hinsman. Receives the snap, feeds it. James Peoples running up the right side to the 40-yard line, and he is dropped at his own 40-yard line by safety Adonis Williams for the Bobcats.
Yeah, they really like the way Adonis Williams plays. And, he had 14 tackles coming into this ball game. He read that perfectly. Of course, the Buckeyes still got 5, but you did a good job closing on James Peoples there to make that tackle.
Peoples with 8 carries for 59 yards last week against Grambling State, so 2nd and 5. Ohio State to their own 40-yard line. Smith again goes wide to the right. Innes and Tate wide left. Tight end Kaz Merrick motioning to the right as Julian Sand works out of a shotgun. Sand gets the ball in his hands, fakes a handoff. He'll flip a quick pass up the left side, caught by Tate at his own 49. That's where he is dropped at the Ohio State 49 by corner Tank Pearson. It's another Ohio State first down through the air.
And Ohio State's going to quickly get up on the line of scrimmage here. Yeah, Carnell working on Tate Pearson. They went there, and Julian, again, put it right on the money.
So does the first down. Buckeyes at their own 49-yard line. Pistol formation with Sand at quarterback. Gets the snap, fakes a handoff, looks. He'll fire it deep down the right side. Jeremiah Smith behind the defense. Smith catches at the 10, pushed out of bounds at the Bobcats' 9-yard line. Jeremiah Smith by corner Michael Mack. That long airmail delivery gets the Buckeyes in the Giant Eagle red zone. Goal to go.
Yeah, and I think that hung up in the air a little bit long. I think if he would have thrown that a little bit more on a tight rope, that might have been a touchdown, but you're not going to complain about the result there.
Jeremiah Smith ran right underneath that, hauled it in with a defender right on him. First and goal, Buckeyes at the Bobcat 9-yard line here in the opening drive of the game.
Gain of 42 on that play.
Look good doing it. C.J. Donaldson at a tailback. He's a single setback behind quarterback Julian Sand, who works under center Hinsman. Sand gets the snap, hands to Donaldson, juking to the left, and he's going to be dropped at about the Bobcats' 7-yard line by safety Jalen Thomason.
Yeah, they got that safety in the box, trying to shut down the running attack, and so far it's worked out for him. Williams got one, now Mack has gotten one, so they've had a few guys in that box making plays.
Donaldson has scored touchdowns in each of the first 2 games of the season. Second and goal, Ohio State at the 7 of the Bobcats. Smith and Tate will go wide to the right. Tight end Clare on the right side of the line, along with tight end Kaz Merrick. Now the 2 tight ends will flip and come to the left. Sand will work under center with Donaldson behind him in the backfield. Julian Sand of Ohio State barks out the call, gets the snap, hands it off Donaldson, moving straight ahead, slows, then gets to the 4, and is thrown down at the Bobcat 4-yard line by linebacker Cameron Hollenbaugh.
Hollenbaugh in there for the injured Jack Freese. Played at Walsh College last year and transferred into Ohio. Did a good job there in the open field to make that play. Third down now for Ohio State. We're going to spot that. It looks like inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, the scoreboard tells us the 4. Hollenbaugh had a key interception late last week to help salt away the Bobcats' win over West Virginia. So third and goal, Ohio State at the 4 of Ohio University. 2-by-2 receivers, right and left. Julian Sand in the shotgun. Donaldson in the backfield. Sidecar left.
86 is out.
And now Donaldson stays in motion. Sand gets the snap, looks to throw, floats at left corner of the end zone for Tate. Got it! And then knocked away. Incomplete pass. And back there to break that up corner, Tank Pearson, when it appeared Tate was going to squeeze another scoring catch in.
Yeah, it looked like he high-pointed that football and was trying to bring that in, and then number 7, Tank Pearson, came in and was able to dislodge the football to set up the incomplete pass.
And it looks like, Jim, the Buckeyes are going to go for it. 4th and goal at the 4 of the Bobcats.
Certainly does.
Here's the opening drive of the game with 11:27 in the first quarter clock. Nobody out wide for the moment as Julian Sand gets him to break the huddle. Appears to be a little confusion. 3 wide to the left. Donaldson in the backfield. Now Tate will motion left to right. Sand in the shotgun. 4th and goal. Ohio State at the Bobcats 4. Snap to Sand. Looks to throw. Looks now. He takes off running. Weaves his way to the right. Tripped up and falls down at the 9-yard line as Ohio University got a big defensive play made out there. It looked like that play may have been made by Jay Crable, defensive lineman. Buckeye football brought to you in part by Encova Insurance for Auto and Home, encircling you with solutions you can trust. Encova, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Timeout with 11:20 to play first quarter. No score. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Hey, Buckeye fans! As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
When you're here, you understand what it means to be a Buckeye. And at Elk & Elk, we're proud to wear scarlet and gray every Saturday. Every client, every day, means if you're ever injured, we're proud to stand with you in court. And when you're here at the shoe, we're proud to stand with you and cheer on the Buckeyes.
Whether we're here at the big game or in court, we are committed to you.
Elk & Elk, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. fresh for everyone.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Each Buckeye defensive third down this half brought to you by Corson Fire and Security. Protecting life and property since 1946. From knowledgeable salespeople to highly trained technicians, Corson provides the very best fire protection and security solutions to businesses throughout Ohio. Learn more at Corson.com. Lineman Anis Lukman with a sack for the Bobcats to stuck the Buckeyes on 4th and goal at the 4. No score with 11:20 to play first quarter. Down the field to Tyler Denberg.
Well, some frustrations on the Ohio State bench. Head coach Ryan Day came running over to the running backs on the bench and was trying to spark some life into them. Then on the other side, offensive line coach Tyler Bowen went to his guys and said, we got to cash in. First sack the Buckeyes have allowed all year.
So the Bobcats with the football, 1st and 10 at their own 9. Parker Navarro, senior from Tempe, Arizona, MVP offensively in the MAC title game last year for the Bobcats, as well as in their bowl game. He'll get the offense started. Behind him, C.A. Bangura at tailback. 1st and 10, Bobcats starting this drive. They're first to the game from their own 9. Pistol formation from Navarro. Bangura will shift up to his right hip now. Bangura gets the snap. Hands it off, and Bangura is going to be met at the line of scrimmage, but he leans forward and gets stopped by Sonny Styles, linebacker, right around the Bobcat 13.
Couple missed tackles there right behind the line of scrimmage. They would have had him for no gain, but Bangura rolls out of that and picks up 2 or 3. Well, they'll give him a gain of 4.
Averaging 4.2 per carry. It is 2nd and 6. Bobcats to their own 13 in a scoreless first quarter. Navarro in a pistol formation. Bangura behind him, a tailback, and a penalty flag thrown before the ball was snapped.
Umpire threw that flag. Well, so did the linesman.
Bangura, an interesting story, started his career at Ohio.
Delay of game. Defense concerning signals. Clap and practice. It's second.
Well, a new point of emphasis this year is the defense simulating signals with claps and things like that. So Ohio State's defense is penalized. Called for delay of game. It'll make it 2nd and 1. Bobcats have the ball now at their own 18-yard line. Bangura, the setback. He left, went to Minnesota, came back to OU. He works in the backfield behind quarterback Parker Navarro. Bobcats to their own 18-yard line. Snap to Navarro. Hands Bangura running straight ahead, and he's going to be met and stopped right at about the 20-yard line as Ohio State's defensive line was able to get a player in there, and it was Caden McDonald, lineman, to make the stop. However, the Bobcats get the first down.
Yeah, they ran behind the right tackler, number 55, Jordan Jones, and he gets enough push on Caden Curry to help them pick up that first down.
At the 20 on Ohio's side of the field. No score. 10-11 to play. First quarter. Again, a pistol set for Parker Navarro and running back C.A. Bangura. 2-by-2 receivers, right and left. 4 down linemen for Ohio State with the linebacker Reese creeping up on the offense's left side. Now Bangura will shift to the right of his quarterback Navarro. 1st and 10 Bobcats from their 20. Navarro looking to throw. Spins to his left, stumbles, almost fell, but he stays alive and is dropped at his own 22-yard line by defensive end Caden Curry.
Curry fighting off the block there to get down that line of scrimmage. To limit that just to one game, we talked in a pregame about Navarro's ability to run. Ohio State did a good job of closing him in there.
Averages almost 7 per carry. 2nd and 9. Bobcats to their own 21-yard line. 2 receivers come wide to the right. 2 eligible receivers flanked off to the left. Bangura in the backfield to the right of quarterback Parker Navarro. 2nd and 9. Bobcats to their own 21-yard line. Parker Navarro gets the snap. Quick screen comes left side. Harris with a catch, stood up and stopped at the 21-yard line by safety Caleb Down. Stood him right up and dropped him, bringing up a course and 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and long. You want to get off the field here. You gave up 1 first down. They got 5 yards by the penalty. Good time for the defense to go out there and sell out, get to the quarterback, or even better, a turnover.
Downs, who had an interception last week against Grambling State. 3rd and 8. Bobcats to their own 22 here in the scoreless first quarter. They'll have 2 wideouts to the left. One of them is Bangura, the running back. 3 wide to the right for quarterback Parker Navarro. 3rd down, Ohio University at their own 21-yard line. Driving from left to right. Adjusting on the defense. Navarro back to throw from his 15. Looks, shoots that up the middle of the field. Incomplete as he missed his target. Mason Williams right around the 29-yard line with safety Jalen McClain covering. 4th down.
Well, the Buckeyes got the stop there after giving up one first down in that drive. Should have pretty decent field position. Looks like Brandon Ennis is going to get the ability to be the punt returner.
Yes, first one. Waiting the punt from Magnus Haynes, a young man who is a graduate student out of Massillon, but he is matriculated both to Arkansas State and to Kent State. Fourth down, the snap will come from the 21 of the Bobcats. Low snap, but Haynes gets it, put in the air with the right foot. Backing up is Brandon Ennis, makes the catch of the Ohio State 30, moves backward to the 26. Now started to go right, but he's grabbed and locked up and thrown down around the Ohio State 25-yard line. And in there to make the play was Pierre Kameni, a defensive back. Score perks on Game Day Essentials all season long at Giant Eagle. A reminder, the Giant Eagle is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Timeout with 8:13 to play in a scoreless first quarter. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
No big deal, but you've been earning Kohl's Cash for 20 years. That's 2 decades of checkout wins. To celebrate, enter our month-long sweepstakes for a chance to win $200 in Kohl's Cash. Plus, save on fall faves during the Customer Appreciation Event now. Yup, 2 decades of Kohl's Cash is a big deal. Shop Kohl's and brag accordingly. Coupon ends September 21st. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Sweepstakes ends September 30th, 2025. No purchase necessary. 20 winners per day. Limit 1 prize per person for entire sweepstakes. See Kohls.com for official rules and details.
Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safelite Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at safelite.com. Safelite Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
Welcome to Evan Williams Bourbon Nation, home of Game Day Spirit, where the rivalries run deep and the bourbon runs deeper. As Game Day's #1 pour, Evan Williams is your go-to for every toast, tailgate, and touchdown this season. Whether you're sipping it neat on the rocks or mixing it up with your favorite cocktail, Evan Williams Bourbon is with you from every play to every pour. Find your bottle at evanwilliams.com and let's make every game count. Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43 to 45% alcohol by volume, 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Stay safe this season and make a plan for a safe ride home. If you drive drunk, you will be caught and you will be arrested. Drive sober or get pulled over. Funded by the Ohio Traffic Safety Office and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. 8:13 to play first quarter. No score. Ohio State and Ohio University. Down on the field to Tyler Danberg.
The biggest key for Julian Sayin these last 2 times starting to lead the offense out has been energy. He's been clapping his hands, riling up his troops, and it might not be more needed than right now after that turnover on downs their last possession. Now, Ohio was without linebacker Jack Freeze. He missed a couple of snaps against West Virginia due to injury. He was down, had some crutches with him earlier before the game, not dressed. So that's a key guy that OU's missing, leading tackler.
They're also minus one of their top receivers, Ian Pugh, a transfer from Illinois.
Jeremiah Smith broke Jackson Smith and Jigba's record for the fastest of 1,500 yards. With his 52 yards on 2 catches in that first drive.
Yeah, he only needed 23 to do that.
Boy, Jackson was pretty good in that Rose Bowl.
Oh, he sure was. You know what? He was pretty good in that Rose Bowl, as well as Emeka Ibuku when it came to kick returns, and a guy by the name of Marvin Harrison. 1st and 10, Ohio State at their own 28. Buckeyes and Bobcats are scoreless. C.J. Donaldson behind quarterback Julian Sayin in a pistol set. Second possession of the night for the Buckeyes. Snap to Sayin, feeds it Donaldson, coming left side, moves to his own 30, loose to his 35, and that's where he will go down at the Ohio State 35 with a stop made by linebacker Michael Molnar.
Buckeyes coming with a little counter action there. You saw Nate Roberts, number 83, pull through there, clear out a path, and help Buckeyes and C.J. Donaldson pick up 8 yards on that carry.
A transfer from the school that OU beat last week, West Virginia. Donaldson, a senior out of Coral Gables, Florida. 2nd and 3. Ohio State at their own 35 in a scoreless first quarter. Max Clare and Carnell Tate go wide to the right. Jeremiah Smith flanked left. Now James Peoples at tailback. He's the sidecar right to quarterback Julian Sayin. On 2nd and short, Ohio State from their own 35. Sayin feeds it Peoples, running right side behind blockers to the 40. Gets to his own 45 and goes down at his own 45. Tackle made by corner Michael Mack. It's a first down pickup for Ohio State.
2 runs for Ohio State, and they pick up some nice yardage on it. Again, that was another counter action, this time going to the right. Max Clare the other tight end, did a good job pulling around there and clearing a path.
So the ball marked at the Buckeye 45-yard line, 7:08 and counting. Scoreless first quarter here at Ohio Stadium. David Adolph will go wide to the right for Ohio State. Carnell Tate comes left. Pistol set, Sayin at quarterback, and Donaldson behind him at tailback. Now two tight ends on the left side of the line. Sayin will work under center, Carson Hinsman. Ball to the Ohio State 45. Sayin fakes the handoff, looks, and he pulls the trigger with a pass out the right side. Caught by Max Clare, who's pushed out of bounds at the Bobcat 40-yard line. Pushed out by safety Adonis Williams. First down, Ohio State through the air.
Number 70 for the offense, helmet came out. He must come out for one play.
Phillip Daniels' helmet came off, so you're going to see Ian Moore, number 69, substituting in for that right tackle for at least one play.
And the ball at the Bobcat 41-yard line. So Julian Sands spreading the ball around to a number of different targets with 6.5 to play here in a scoreless first quarter. Smith goes wide right, Kazmarek, Clare, and Tate wide left. Peoples is in at tailback behind Julian Sands as they start in a pistol formation. Buckeyes first down to the Bobcats 41-yard line. Sand looks to go on top from the 50. Pressure coming, rolling to his right, throws, and it's caught, and Peoples dropped right at the line of scrimmage. The Bobcat 41, safety Adonis Williams right there to stick Peoples.
Good job by James Peoples holding on to it. I believe that's his first reception of the year.
It is. And he'll remember that one.
Yeah, got stuck.
Yes.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
6 minutes to play. Scoreless first quarter. That line of scrimmage, the Bobcat 41-yard line, where it is 2nd and 10 for Ohio State. Out of the huddle they come with Tate going wide to the right, Smith and Ennis wide left. One tight end on the right side of the line. Shotgun formation for quarterback Julian Sayin. He'll hand it off. Peoples running in a hurry up the middle. He'll get to about the 37 of the Bobcats. James Peoples, and he gets brought down. The sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, brought down by nose guard Pius Ojogu.
That time's people running behind the right side there, especially the right guard, Tegra Shabola. Cleared out a little path. They're going to give him a gain of probably about 4 or 5 there.
To make it 3rd and 5. Ball to the Bobcats 36. With 5:18 and counting, scoreless first quarter. Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Ennis come wide to the left, the press box side of the stadium. James Peoples to the right of his quarterback, Julian Sayin on 3rd down. Sayin with a snap. He'll fire a quick one and a left side, caught by Smith, tackled at the 29 of the Bobcats. Tank Pearson corner with a stop, but it's enough for a Buckeye first down.
Jeremiah Smith's having a heck of a first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Been very active. 3 catches now, and that one for a first down.
Sophomore from Opelika, Florida, who was record-setting last year. Had 2 TD catches last week against Grambling State. So first down, Ohio State at the Ohio University 28-yard line. Smith will go wide right. 2 tight ends left side of the line, one of them on the right. For quarterback Julian Sayin, who's in the gun. Sayin gets the snap, sets up to pass. He'll fire on the right side. Smith with another catch at the 21 of the Bobcats. Ganged up on and stopped as he's pushed back near the Bobcats. Let's say 25. It was safety Adonis Williams along with corner Michael Mack who ganged up on him.
Seems like the Bobcats had 2 guys, maybe 3 guys closing in on Jeremiah Smith, and Julian Sayin still was able to get the ball in there.
So 2nd and 4. Ohio State to the Bobcat 22 with 4 minutes to play.
Well, you know what you should have done? You should have asked his college roommate.
Right. Smith and Ennis and Jelani Thurman wide left. Donaldson in the backfield behind Julian Sayin at a pistol set. 2nd down, Ohio State inside the Ohio University 25-yard line. Julian Sayin giving instructions as he settles, but a whistle to stop play. Flags come out.
False start, it looks like.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
It appeared, other than what happened on the line, there was some confusion there, Jim.
There was a little bit. You saw some movement. Jelani Thurman went from the left side to the right side there, and I don't know if that caused Tegra Shabola to get a little antsy, but that'll back him up.
And his movement was in a hesitating manner.
Yeah. So, 2nd penalty on Ohio State.
3:44 in counting. Scoreless first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 9. Ohio State at the 27 of the Bobcats. Again, it'll be Sayin, the front man in a pistol, with Donaldson behind him at tailback. 4 receiver package, actually 5. As Ennis motions on the left side, snap to Sayin. Hands it now Donaldson. Started wide right, goes to the middle, and he's cut down at the 26 of the Bobcats by linebacker Cameron Hollenbaugh.
Hollenbaugh's been active early in this ball game. That's his at least 2 tackles. He's been in on a couple other ones there during this ball game, so he's doing a good job tracking down the running backs and avoiding getting blocked.
A graduate student from Warren, Ohio. 3rd and 8. Ohio State at Ohio University's 26. Julian Sands, sophomore quarterback, has 3 wide to the left. Single flanker is Jeremiah Smith to the right, with C.J. Donaldson in the backfield. 3rd and 8, Ohio State to the Bobcat 26. Sand repositions himself in a shotgun. Gets the snap. Julian Sand looking to go on top. He'll look, heave a pass on the left side, caught by Thurman to the Bobcats 22. He is dropped at the Bobcats 20-yard line as Ohio used Jalen Thomason at safety. Was there to wrestle Jelani Thurman off balance.
Well, they held him on 3rd down. This time Coach Day is going to call in the field goal team, see if they can tack on 3.
And to try their first field goal of the year. Jaden Fielding, the senior out of League City, Texas. Last year, 13 for 17 in field goals. This ball's going to be marked at the 28, so a 38-yard try for Jaden Fielding. Long snapper John Furman, the holder is the punter Joe McGuire for a 38-yard try. Furman in position. He's ready, snaps it, McGuire puts it down, Fielding with a kick for a 38-yard field goal in the air, and it is through the uprights for the first field goal of the season for Ohio State and the first points of the night. Timeout with 1:54 to play first quarter. It's 3-0 Ohio State leading Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Cover more ground and get more savings on the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Gas-powered with a top speed of 40 miles per hour and outstanding acceleration and handling with cargo. All backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Visit your Kubota dealer and get the Kubota Sidekick for 0 down, 2.99% APR for up to 48 months and save up to $300. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit BuckeyeKubotaDealers.com to find a dealer near you.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown! This is what the Buckeyes train so hard for.
Just like Valvoline Instant Oil Change, their techs train like pros to deliver expert service every time.
Wait, are we talking about football or oil changes?
Both. Whether it's the Buckeyes on the field or your car in the bay, it's all about preparation and precision.
Can't argue with that.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit VIOC.com/Buckeyes today.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Buckeye fans, every time Ohio University gets inside the Buckeye 20-yard line today, it's time to defend the shoe, brought to you by Androl, an official sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, who knows a thing or two about American defense. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification of the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always and forever, your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The Ohio State scoring drive powered by Honda, celebrating over 40 years of manufacturing right here in Ohio. 10 plays, 52 yards, 6:19 off the clock. Down on the sidelines to Tyler Danberg.
Frustrations continuing to mount on this Ohio State bench. The Buckeyes offensive line meeting in a huge circle as one large unit. Head coach Ryan Day came over as Tyler Bowen were speaking. Then Luke Montgomery and Carson Hinsman, a pair of offensive linemen, were speaking. And as this big ring was formed, in-stepped quarterback Julian Sand, who talked things especially directly with his center Carson Hinsman, just trying to work things out as they continue to figure out their offense, guys.
Well, that field goal by Jaden Fielding at 38 yards, the first score of the game, giving the Buckeyes a 3-0 lead over the Bobcats with 1:54 to play here in the first quarter.
That's got to be frustrating after what they did last week.
Oh, yeah.
Took it down every drive. Big guys got to sustain their blocks a little bit longer because the holes are there. They're just not staying on those blocks, especially the linebackers, long enough.
Jaden Fielding, who has 8 touchbacks on the year, will kick off. Iman Dennis, a transfer from the University of Wolverines, is the deep returner for Ohio University. Line drive kick, and that one is going to land in the end zone for a touchback, so the Bobcats will get it at their own 25-yard line.
Is that the one up in Ann Arbor?
That's what they tell us. He was part of that team that won a national championship. Iman Dennis. So Parker Navarro completing 69% of his passes, 468 yards, 4 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions coming into this game. All 3 of those picks came last week in their win over West Virginia. 1st and 10, Bobcats at their own 25-yard line. C.A. Bangura is the tailback who will be set in a pistol behind Parker Navarro. 2 receivers wide right, single receiver off the line to the left, Harris. And now Navarro's going to change the formation as Bangura will set up on his left hip. 1st and 10, Bobcats at their own 25-yard line. Motion by the tight end, snap to Navarro. Rolling to his right, looking to throw. Fires on the run, incomplete as Arvell Reese, linebacker at the 29, jumped out on the right side and batted that ball away from tailback C.A. Bangura.
Yeah, as they rolled out to the right for Parker Navarro there, Arvell Reese had the back who came out there, C.A. Bangura, and he was right on him the whole way. Right when the ball got there, he was able to tip it aside for an incomplete.
Junior from Cleveland Glenville High School, Arvell Reese has had a great start to the season. 2nd and 10, Bobcats at their own 25-yard line. 3-0, Buckeyes with a lead. Again, a pistol formation to start with Navarro at quarterback, Bangura behind him at tailback. Navarro gets the snap. Hands it off Bangura, moving straight up the middle, and there's a big wall to close things down. Linebacker Sonny Styles, safety Caleb Downs help finish the play off. It'll bring a course and 3rd down up for the Bobcats.
Much better tackling on that play there. Gang tackling. He had several Buckeyes involved in that play. Sets up this 3rd and long.
They're going to say 3rd and 10, Jim. I thought it would have been more than that. Ball at the 25 of the Bobcats. They'll have Rodney Harris sent wide to the left, coming wide to the right, Max Rodarte, as well as Chase Hendricks. 3rd and 10, Bobcats at their own 25, trailing by a field goal, 3-0 to the Buckeyes. Pistol formation for quarterback Parker Navarro with his number 13 jersey in white. Reese showing a possible blitz for Ohio State. Now a play call change by Navarro. Bangura will set up off his right hip. 3rd and 10, Bobcats from their own 25. Navarro looking to run right side, shovel pass inside. It goes to a tight end who's going to be grabbed and stopped right at about the 26-yard line. And Caden Curry locks up Mason Williams, the tight end, on a shovel pass right up the middle of the field. It'll bring up 4th down, and Navarro's slow to get up.
Yeah, he took a shot at the end of that play, and you're right, it is slow to get up, but he is up jogging off the field.
That'll bring Mangus Haynes into punt. Coming into the game, Mangus Haynes averaging 37.6 per. With half a minute to play in the first quarter, and Ohio State leading by a score of 3-0. Brandon Ennis back for the Buckeyes to await the Haynes punt. Chest high snap, pressure coming. Haynes unleashes it. Fair catch, weighed for by Ennis and made it his own 35-yard line. Buckeyes will have the ball with 15 seconds to play in the first quarter. It is a 3-0 Ohio State lead thanks to a Jaden Fielding 38-yard field goal.
I wanted to be more fun. I agree.
One play or so in the first quarter. Quick first quarter for Ohio State. Just up 3-0 in this ball game right now. Defense forced 2 punts there in that first quarter. Ohio State opening drive got it down to a 4th and 4 and decided to go for it. Didn't get it. Second drive kind of stuttered a little bit there. Had to settle for a field goal that was good.
So 1st and 10. Buckeyes at their own 35-yard line. 15 seconds to play. Here in the first quarter, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate will come wide left for quarterback Julian Sayin, who's got James Peoples in the backfield with him. Sayin in a shotgun, back to throw, dumps the screen left side. Tate gets to his own 35, racing to his own 40, behind a block to the 50. Down the left sideline to the OU 40, where he is knocked out of bounds inside the 40 by safety Adonis Williams. Big first down by Carnell Tate into Bobcat territory.
Just a one-man screen there. The blocker was Max Clare. Probably lucky he didn't get a holding call.
Agreed. 1st and 10. Buckeyes with the ball at the 35 of the Bobcats, and the first quarter will come to an end here at Ohio Stadium in Columbus. Timeout. 3-0. Ohio State leading Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium presented by Experience Columbus. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium tours offer a variety of options and pricing. For more information, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com and book your tour. Ohio Stadium Tours, presented by Experience Columbus.
The Donato's Pep Duo Pizza is back, and it brought a pal. The Donato's Pep Duo, loaded with crispy pepperoni and 3 kinds of cheese. Now get a large Pep Duo pizza for just $14.99. Also back, Donato's deliciously dippable pepperoni cheese bread. Now on the $5 Pizza Pals menu for a limited time. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Back at Ohio Stadium, Skip Mossick with a check of your college football scoreboard. It is brought to you by Encova Insurance. Encova, the proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. We'll start you with Big Ten teams in action. Second quarter over in West Lafayette, USC 10, Purdue 3. First quarter in Champaign, Illinois, off to an early 3-0 lead over Western Michigan. Top 25 games in progress in overtime. Tennessee leads Georgia 41-38. Second quarter, Texas Tech up on Oregon State 28-0. Fourth quarter, number 14 Iowa State leads at Arkansas State 24-16. Seventh-ranked Texas up on UTEP 27-3. They are in the fourth quarter. Second quarter, Miami leading South Florida 28-6. And in the first quarter, it is Ole Miss, an early 7-0 lead at home over Arkansas. Ohio State 3, Ohio nothing as we head to the second with the voice of the Buckeyes, Paul Keels.
Thank you, Skip, and welcome inside the Union Home Mortgage broadcast booth, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. And we got to that point, 3-0 Ohio State leading, thanks to a Jaden Fielding 38-yard field goal.
Had two good plays so far one play on this drive so far that started on the 35-yard line. Now they got it at the opposition 35-yard line, so a gain of 30 on that play to Carnell Tate.
Let's add to Skip's hard work. Georgia in overtime beats Tennessee 44-41.
Yep. Tennessee had to settle for a field goal, and Georgia punched it in the end zone for a touchdown.
That Vol Navy was hopping on TV early this morning. Folks down there in Knoxville getting after it. Well, the start of the second quarter here at Ohio Stadium in Columbus, the Buckeyes 1st and 10 with the ball at the Ohio University 35-yard line. These two teams have not seen one another since 2010, and Ohio State has won all 6 previous meetings. There have been some scares. 1999, the game was tied 10-10 at the half.
We were here.
Yes, we were. So was Coach Cooper sweating that one out. Julian Sand under center. 1st and 10, Buckeyes, the Bobcat 35-yard line. Sand with a snap, hands it off, and running straight ahead is Bo Jackson. Tailback dropped at the 35 of the Bobcats by nose guard Pius Ojugo of the Bobcats.
Yeah, again, Ojugo gumming things up inside. Not much movement at all there by Carson Hinsman and our guards there to get him cleared out. So nowhere for Bo Jackson to go.
Had 9 carries, 108 yards, and a touchdown last week, Bo Jackson did. 2nd and 10. Buckeyes at the Bobcat 35. Jackson will remain in the backfield to the left of quarterback Julian Sand. Kazmarek and Smith wide to the left. Tate and Ennis wide right. 2nd and 10. Buckeyes at the Bobcat 35. 3-0 Ohio State leading. Julian Sand gets the ball in his hands, looks to throw, looks and fires on a right angle, and it is caught at the Bobcat 30 by Tate. Slips out of a tackle, but another drops him at the 25. Ronald Jackson, defensive back, finally brings him down. That's got Ohio State close to a first down.
Gain of 8 there on 2nd down, so they'll have a little bit of work here on 3rd down, and Ohio State's going to bring in Max Clare, a tight end.
And you know who else they're bringing in? Lincoln Keenholtz at quarterback, Jim. So it is 3rd and 2, Ohio State at the Bobcat 27-yard line.
First time we've seen this package.
Yeah, Keenholtz, a third-year player out of Pear, South Dakota, and he's in at quarterback, set up in a shotgun. C.J. Donaldson to his left, where it's 3rd down Ohio State. Inside the Bobcat 30-yard line. Keenholtz gets the snap, and he takes off running left side. Keenholtz to the 20 and dropped at the 19. A high hit delivered by Jalen Thomason, held by Adonis Williams. A couple of the safeties on a late penalty flag comes out.
They're going to get Tegra Shabola down the field late.
Ooh. Well, Lincoln Keenholtz took quite a stick himself as he ran that past left guard.
Let's see if it's after the play. Result of the play was a first down.
The results of the play is a first down. After the play, personal foul, late hit, offense number 77. It's a 15-yard penalty from the succeeding spot. It's first down. During the play, number 12 of the defense's helmet came off. He must come out for one play.
So Ohio State gets the conversion, as you said, Jim, as the official said, but the ball's going to move back to the Bobcat 34-yard line.
Tiger Chabot is going to come over the sideline and get talked to about that.
Buckeye reminders.
Yeah. Ethan Oniawa, number 78, in at right guard.
Well, interesting to see that package for Lincoln Keenholz, but now Julian Sand back at quarterback. 1st and 10, Ohio State at the Ohio University 34-yard line. Bo Jackson remains the single setback. Sand under center, Carson Hinsman with the Buckeyes leading 3-0. Now he's changing the play with Jeremiah Smith flanked out wide to the right. Roberts, tight end, sets up as a fullback in an I formation. 1st and 10, Buckeyes at the Bobcat 34-yard line. Sand hands it Jackson, running hard to the left side to the 30. Loose to the 20 of the Bobcats, and he is tripped up and stopped. What a play made by safety DJ Walker of the Bobcats, who may have saved a touchdown, but it is a first down pickup that gets the Buckeyes in the Giant Eagle red zone.
Caught it by the shoestrings, didn't he, Paul? Right
Barely.
around the ankles and was able to pull him down. You're right. It looked like Bo Jackson going around the left side. The Ohio Bobcats sideline looked like he was going to get into that south end zone, but didn't make it, but picked up the first.
The first true freshman to rush for 100 yards for an Ohio State player since Dallin Hayden in 2022 against Maryland. 1st and 10. Buckeyes at the Bobcat 19-yard line. 3-0 Ohio State leading. Julian Sand in a shotgun. Pivots to his right, looking to pass. He'll look now. He'll heave that down the left side, where it is caught by Kazmarek, dumped at the Bobcat 14-yard line by Tank Pearson, corner. So the former Bobcat makes a catch against his former school, and Ohio State continues moving forward.
Looked like Tank Pearson, number 7, might have said something to Kazmarek as he caught that football.
Yeah. So 2nd and 5. Buckeyes at the Bobcat 14-yard line. 11:56 to play second quarter. 3-0 Ohio State leading. Max Clare wide to the left. Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate wide right. As Ohio State works at the 14 of the Bobcats. Quarterback Julian Sand straight behind his center, Carson Hinsman. Sand receives the snap, hands it off C.J. Donaldson running straight ahead to the 4, knocked down right at about the 4-yard line by safety Adonis Williams. It'll be 1st and goal Buckeyes.
Ethan Oniawa pulled from his right guard position to the left and just wiped out a Bobcat there. Nice block by big number 78. Buckeyes pick up that first down, 1st and goal.
Senior from Katy, Texas, and a transfer from Rice, Ethan Onianwa. So 1st and goal, Ohio State at the Bobcat 3-yard line, looking to improve on a 3-0 lead here in the second quarter.
Run that play again.
Smith and Ennis wide left, Tate wide right. And Julian Sand in a shotgun. Sand gets the snap. Fakes a handoff, looks to throw. He looks, now being chased, rolls to his right, delivers into the right corner of the end zone for Smith, but it's out of bounds. Too far up the right side as Smith got behind the defender who had closed the field down on him, Jalen Thomason, the safety.
Yeah, they had some late breakthrough there. Ojugo, number 10, was able to get in there late, forced Julian Sand out of the pocket, rolling to his right, just ran out of room. Jeremiah Smith at the back of the end zone. Threw it away.
So 2nd and goal. Buckeyes at the Bobcat 3-yard line with under 11 to play. Here in the second quarter, 3-0 Ohio State leading. David Adolph has come in. He'll set up on the right side of the line as a receiver. Julian Sand's got Nate Roberts and C.J. Donaldson in an offset eye behind him. Sand under center. 2nd and goal inside the 5. Hands it off Donaldson. Pass left guard. Stood up and driven into the ground. What a stop made by safety Adonis Williams, senior from Cleveland Heights High School.
Yeah, he filled in a hurry there and made a great open field tackle right at about the 2-yard line to save that touchdown. Nice block there by tackle.
By Williams, yeah.
Yeah, by Adonis Williams.
He had 11 tackles in the Week 1 game against Rutgers. So 3rd and goal. Buckeyes at the Bobcat 2-yard line. Less than 10.5 to play second quarter. It's 3-0 Ohio State leading. Jeremiah Smith will come wide right along with Nate Roberts at tight end. Donaldson to the right of quarterback Julian Sand, who's in the shotgun. Roberts motions back into the backfield. Sand gets the snap. Quick toss, right corner of the end zone. Jeremiah Smith snatches it, and it's knocked away. Broken up in the right corner of the end zone. There's Tank Pearson, the cornerback, who broke that up, covering Jeremiah Smith, who appeared to have had it in his hands for a moment. And it's 4th and goal at the 2. The Buckeyes will send the field goal unit out.
That's the second time that Pearson's able to knock that ball away from Jeremiah Smith. After he did it that time, Jeremiah gave him a little pat on the helmet like, hey, good play there by number 7, Tank Pearson.
So Jaden Fielding who hit a 38-yard field goal in the first quarter, will be attempting a 20-yard field goal here in the second quarter to increase the Buckeyes' lead that is at the moment 3-0. John Furman set to snap. Joe McGuire will put it down to the 10-yard line. And Jaden Fielding trying for his second field goal of the game and of the season. Furman in position, snaps it. McGuire puts it down. Kick by Fielding in the air, and that one runs right through the uprights to increase the lead to 6-0. Ohio State over Ohio University with 9:58 to play second quarter. Nature Made to care for fans on game day and every day. Proud vitamin and supplement sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Timeout with just under 10 to play second quarter. 6-0. Buckeyes lead the Bobcats. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Now, where can you get a full suite of business banking services served up by well-trained, caring employees with unquestionable integrity? It's right here at Heartland. Relationships matter. I'm Scott McComb. Come over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
AEP Energy wants to know if you're ready to say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings. Get your energy costs under control by locking in a fixed rate for your electricity supply. You'll lower your bills and get price protection from rising rates. Take control and lock in a low fixed rate. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. AEP Energy is a competitive retail electrical and natural gas service provider and affiliate of Ohio Power Company, AEP Ohio. AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of AEP Ohio.
The future of recycling is now at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. The recycling leader has opened North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Central Ohio. This one-of-a-kind facility features interactive displays, educational opportunities, and the ability to process over 60 tons of recycled material per hour. Rumpke is committed to recycling and sustainability efforts, and for more than 90 years, Rumpke has worked to make sure the items you place in your recycling bin get used again. Visit Rumpke.com to learn how you can team with Rumpke to put less trash in our landfills and more of it to good use.
Your Ohio State flagship station, The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Buckeye fans, say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings with a fixed price plan with AEP Energy. Visit aepenergy.com to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Jaden Fielding's second field goal of the game, a 20-yarder, has given Ohio State a 6-0 lead over Ohio University with 9:58 to play second quarter.
The Ohio State scoring drive powered by Honda, celebrating over 40 years of manufacturing right here in Ohio. 11 plays, 63 yards, 5:17 off the clock. Down on the sidelines to Tyler Danbury.
Well, between breaks, Brutus got his revenge. He took down Rufus, Ohio University's mascot. It was a rematch, 15 years in the waiting, and defensive back Jermaine Matthews was loving it.
They had a little tug-of-war competition. And Brutus Buckeye knocked off Rufus the Bobcat, who ambushed him all those years ago. Back deep, Iman Dennis and Duncan Brune for Ohio University to await Jaden Fielding's kickoff. Fielding's been the scoring weapon so far tonight with 2 field goals. And that ball will land in the end zone for a touchback, so the Bobcats will have it first and 10 to their own 25.
Nice kickoff there by Fielding. Kicked it back out of the end zone, so Ohio will start the drive at the 25-yard line.
Jaden Fielding, a 20-yard field goal and a 38-yard field goal, accounting for the only scoring of the game so far. And the Bobcats change quarterbacks. Nick Polis, a senior from Granite Bay, California, will take over as signal caller. Played in 8 games for the Bobcats last year. He's got Duncan Brune behind him at tailback in a pistol formation. First down Bobcats on their own 25-yard line. Now Polis, the quarterback, giving a signal to change the play. Resettles in the shotgun. Polis gets the snap, hands it to Brune. Brune moving right side, runs right into a defender who's going to drop him at the Bobcat 28-yard line. At his safety, Jalen McClain.
Yeah, we'll have to look on the sidelines for number 13, Parker Navarro. We know he got a little banged up after that last series.
Here go the Bobcats again, 2nd and 7 from their own 28. This is the first game action this year for Nick Polis, a transfer from El Camino College. Out of the shotgun on second down, fakes a handoff, tosses on the right side where it is caught. Receiver's going to be wrestled down at the 33-yard line. Jermaine Matthews there to stop receiver Max Rodarte, bringing up a course and third down. That pass went to the right side.
Yeah, he was open there, Rodarte, and that's the 6th reception he's had on this season.
So 3rd and 2. Bobcats at their own 33 with 9:10 and counting. Second quarter. 6-0 Buckeyes leading. Rodarte, who caught that last pass, goes wide to the right. Chase Hendricks will come wide to the left with Rodney Harris. Pistol formation for Polis. And he's going to hand off Duncan Broom running right side, but he's grabbed by linebacker Sonny Styles and stopped. They may give him the line of scrimmage, the 33, but the senior from Pickerington Central High School right there to make the stop.
Yeah, I agree with you, Paul. They got back to the line of scrimmage, so now Brian Smith, head coach with Ohio Bobcats, has to make a decision here on 4th and a little over a 1.
And he's going to keep his offense for the moment on the field. Ball to the Bobcat 33-yard line. 6-0 Buckeyes leading. Hendricks is wide to the right. Tight end Williams on the left side of the line with Rodney Harris wide left. There's another tight end. I believe that is Jake Bruno on the right side of the formation. So Nick Paulus, the backup quarterback, front man in a pistol, now appears to be changing the plane. He's got Brune behind him at tailback. Crowd whooping it up. And it's going to be a screen thrown on the right side where it is caught by Hendricks. Stopped at the Bobcat 35 by Jermaine Matthews. Corner. It looks they got the first down, though.
First catch of the ball game for Hendricks, who had 17 on the season coming in there. He's been their go-to guy. No surprise they went to him there on 4th and 1, and they pick it up.
He had 8 catches last week in the win over West Virginia. So the drive continues for Ohio University at their own 36 with 7:45 left until halftime. 6-0. Ohio State's Buckeyes with a lead. 2x2 receivers right and left for Nick Paulus, senior quarterback, passed for 110 yards last season. Paulus in a shotgun to await the snap from Marinero, the center. Paulus has it, hands it off Brune, running right side, and the native of Germany stopped at his own 39. Linebacker Sonny Styles, linebacker Arvell Reese pile him up and stop him.
Going to give him a gain of 3 running off the right side of his offensive line.
Jim,
right side did a good job against the movement there.
Jim, this guy, Duncan Brune, is a high schooler in Germany. If we were to believe what the TV announcer said last week, he averaged 200 yards per game. 2nd and 7. Bobcats at their 39. 6-0. Buckeyes with a lead. Paulus gets the snap out of the gun from his 32. Throws on the right side where it is caught. And Jalen McClain, safety at the Bobcat 44, pushes the receiver out of bounds. Gossett. That'll bring up a Corson 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and about 2. So just a quick hitter there. Paulus put it on the money. He's been in here this whole series filling in for Parker Navarro.
Excuse me, that was Jake Bruno, not Gossett, who made the catch.
Offense element came off from the play. He must have been out for 1 play.
So 3rd and 2. Bobcats at their own 44-yard line. More changes for Ohio University. Is coming in is A.J. Miller, a tight end. And on 3rd and 2 from their own 44, Nick Paulus, quarterback in a pistol formation. Duncan Brune, tailback, right behind him. Looks like there's going to be a discussion to change the play. Brune shifts to the left of his quarterback, Paulus, who gets the snap. Paulus looking, throws. That ball is way incomplete going up the left side. Well overthrown for Rodney Harris, but Nick Paulus had to get rid of that in a hurry.
Yeah, Caden Curry, number 92, got in there in a hurry and forced that incompletion. It looks like Ohio is going to send their punt team out here after going for it earlier on 4th and 1.
Yeah, they got it, but you don't want to push the matter too much. So the punter will come on, Magnus Haynes. And for Ohio State, it'll be Brandon Ennis once again to return the punt. Nick Hemmer is the long snapper for the Bobcats. It is 4th and 2, Ohio at their own 44. Haynes at his 30 gets the snap, puts in the air from his 34. Brandon Ennis creeps up on it, waves his arms, makes the catch at the Ohio State 24-yard line. That's where the Buckeyes will have the ball. Timeout with 6:05 to play second quarter. 6-0. Buckeyes lead the Bobcats. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than Toyota. Now through September 30th, get 2.99 APR financing on a rugged new 25 Tacoma. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a well-equipped Tacoma SR5 for $269 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
What's up, everybody? It's Tyvis Powell. T-Bone and I talk Buckeyes Monday morning at 6 on The Fan.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
When you choose the James at Ohio State for your cancer care, you're choosing access to the most advanced cancer treatments available. From the team who specializes in treating just one type of cancer, yours. For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State. 6:05 to play until halftime. 6-0 Ohio State leading Ohio University. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification of the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always and forever your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
A pair of Jaden Fielding field goals, 38 yards and 20 yards, is all the scoring that's occurred so far, giving Ohio State a 6-0 lead over Ohio University. A little more than 6 minutes to play until halftime here in Columbus.
Buckeyes have 201 yards of total offense. Bobcats 30, but the scoreboard is closer, 6-0.
And Ohio University, that last drive, operating with their backup quarterback. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out the rest of the night. Julian Sayin, the starting quarterback for Ohio State. 1st and 10 Buckeyes with the ball at their own 23, and out of the shotgun, Sayin looks to throw. He'll fire middle of the field, caught by Bo Jackson. Wiggles his way up to his own 35, where he is finally tackled by safety Jalen Thomason. That'll move the sticks for a first down pickup, presented by Kroger.
Bo Jackson, I believe that's his first reception of the year.
Yes, sir. Freshman out of Villa Angela St. Joseph's in Cleveland.
We got two backs. Peoples caught one, too.
So first down, Ohio State at their own 34-yard line. Jackson, wearing his number 25 jersey, remains a tailback to the left of quarterback Julian Sayin. Carnell Tate wide right, Jeremiah Smith, wide left. And Julian Sayin looking to pull the trigger. He'll look, heave that one down the left side of the field, caught to the 50-yard line, Jeremiah Smith, and that's right where he is tackled by corner Tank Pearson. Jeremiah Smith with a grab to give the Buckeyes another first down.
Well, those two plays made it look easy against the Bobcats. Bobcats stiffen up, though, once you get in that 20-yard line, the red zone.
Ball officially put at the Bobcats' 49-yard line. Julian Sayin straight behind his center, gets a quick snap, hands to Bo Jackson. He goes speeding up the middle, and he is stopped at the Bobcat 45-yard line by defensive lineman Nehemiah Dukes.
Gain of 4 running behind 51, Luke Montgomery, the left guard for Ohio State.
So Bo Jackson, who is senior year at Villa Angela St. Joseph, had 10 touchdowns. He had 30 of them his junior year. He is showing some pretty good work here. 2nd and 6, Buckeyes at the Bobcat 45 with 4.5 to play until the half. 6-0. Ohio State with the lead. Bo Jackson off the right hip of quarterback Julian Sayin. Sayin with the ball in his hands. Rolls to his right with some blocking help. He looks, now takes off running with a flag coming out. Sayin moving right side to the Bobcat 45, and it'll be taken down to the Bobcat 42-yard line by linebacker Cameron Hollenbaugh.
It looks like it's going to be a hold.
And we got late fighting going on at the end of the play involving Brandon Ennis for Ohio State. And it looked like for Ohio University, it was DJ Walker, safety, in the middle of that fracas.
Those will probably be offsetting.
We would hope. They got nasty quickly and then stopped quickly.
I think they were trying to protect their quarterback, Julian Sayin.
I think you're right, Jim. 4:14 on the second quarter clock. 6-0 Ohio State leading Ohio University.
Playing a little sloppy, Ohio State, with the penalties.
Something they didn't do in the first 2 games.
They already have 3 for 25. Ohio, 0.
The official still.
Personal foul. Hands in the face. Defense, number 15. That 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run with an automatic first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct foul. Offense number 4, Also after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct foul, offense number 8. Those 2 fouls, penalties offset after the 15-yard penalty for the hand to the face. It's first down.
So it wasn't a hold. That's good.
Yes, it was not. Ennis Lukman, defensive lineman, was the culprit for the main penalty, and that will move the ball all the way to the Bobcats' 27-yard line. It's where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes, who lead at 6-0. A little more than 4 minutes left till intermission. Ennis and Smith wide left, Tate wide right. Jackson in the backfield next to quarterback Julian Sand, who took off running on that play. Sand gets the snap, hands it off Jackson, running in a hurry up the middle of the field. He'll get to the 15 of the Bobcats before finally being tackled. Safety Adonis Williams, the main tackler. That's going to move the sticks for another Ohio State first down.
Yeah, gain of about 12 yards on that carry.
Buckeyes in the Giant Eagle red zone, and Jackson looking good running the ball, Jim.
He sure is. He sure is. James People just checks in for him after that 12-yard pickup on first down.
Of course, the Buckeyes trying to milk as much of the clock as they can. The Bobcats will have the ball to start the third quarter. First down, Ohio State at the 16 of Ohio University. Tate and Ennis break wide to the left. Kazmarek and Smith wide right. Now Kazmarek will motion to the left. Pistol set, Sand at quarterback. Peoples at tailback. Working first down from the Bobcats' 16-yard line. And Peoples the give, running right side, and Peoples stood up and stopped right at the 16-yard line. And for Ohio University, linebacker Michael Molnar, a junior from Mason High School in Cincinnati, with the stop.
Yeah, him and Freeze were the top linebackers. Of course, Freeze is hurt, so Molnar has been the guy playing a little bit of Mike. Also shifts out to the Will linebacker, made that play for no gain.
So 2nd and 10 because of the no gain. Ball to the Bobcats 16. Under 3 to play, second quarter, 6-0, Ohio State leading. Out of the huddle, we'll see Tate and Ennis go wide left. Tight end Max Clare left side of the line. Jeremiah Smith wide right. Peoples in the backfield to the left to quarterback Julian Sand. 2nd and 10, Buckeyes to the Bobcats' 16-yard line. Sand has the ball in his hands. Looks, fires the strike right side. Overthrows at the 1-yard line. Jeremiah Smith on the right side, where Smith had settled in with a defender, Adonis Williams, covering him.
Yeah, again, give Ohio credit. Once they get in that red zone area, the 20, they find a way to stiffen up defensively, and they did those last 2 downs. And now Ohio State's facing a 3rd and 10 here.
At the Bobcats' 16-yard line. Ohio University making some changes on their defensive side. Jay Crable, whose dad played at Michigan, Sean Crable, he was a really good player. 3rd and 10, Buckeyes at the 16 of the Bobcats. 3 wide to the left, single flanker Smith to the right. Donaldson in the backfield, and Sand, the quarterback, looks to throw. Pressure coming. Sand looking, rolling to his right. Julian Sand. Sand now will fire on the run into the end zone. Caught for a touchdown by Max Clare, tight end. Max Clare hauls it in. His first Ohio State touchdown, the 5th of his collegiate career. The first touchdown of the night, 12-0, Ohio State leading.
Well, Ohio brought pressure there, and Ohio State was able to pick him up, and then Julian bought a little extra time with his feet, rolled out to his right, was looking towards Jeremiah Smith, but I think Jeremiah Smith stepped out of bounds. He saw the official's hat come down, so he knew he couldn't go to number 4. Then he went to number 86, Max Clare, and the sure-handed tight end brought it in.
PAT unit on to try for point number 13. John Furman to snap, Joe McGuire to put it down, and Jaden Fielding kicks it with his right foot. It is in the air, and it runs right through the uprights. And with that touchdown, that's another donation from the Heartland Bank Community Foundation to the USO of Central and Southern Ohio, benefiting our active duty military personnel and their families. For more information or to support our troops, go to usocso.org to be the force behind the forces. Timeout with 2:29 left until halftime. And it's 13-0 Ohio State leading Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Now, the officials have been talking for quite some time.
All righty, let's see what they have to say.
Upon further review, there is no penalty on the play. However, we have conferred and discovered that Bob, the line judge, has saved a boatload for his kids' college using Ohio's 529 plan. It is tax-free, accepted nationwide. Bob recommends we all go to collegeadvantage.com. First down.
Well, that's not entirely unexpected.
Classic Bob.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
The best outcomes for treating cancer come from early detection and early diagnosis.
The James Cancer Diagnostic Center at Ohio State
is designed to provide rapid evaluation and a clear diagnosis.
We are transforming care by giving patients direct access
to cancer experts who study and treat cancer every day.
If you think you have cancer, the choice is clear.
Choose the James Cancer Diagnostic Center.
You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment, Choose Chill, proud sponsor of Ohio State athletics. Celebrate responsibly. 16-yard touchdown pass, Julian Sand to tight end Max Clare, plus the point after, has put Ohio State ahead of Ohio University 13-0 with 2:29 left until halftime.
The Ohio State scoring drive powered by Honda, celebrating over 40 years of manufacturing right here in Ohio. 8 plays, 77 yards, 3:36 off the clock. Down on the sidelines to Tyler Danberg.
Ryan Day said tight end Max Clare was playing faster and faster in practice. He got rewarded with the touchdown. Day said they want their tight ends to block like an offensive lineman, catch like a receiver, protect like a running back. Well, C.J. Donaldson, running back, did exactly just that. Offensive line coach Tyler Bone went over to give Donaldson a big embrace and high five. When you're catching the offensive line coach's attention, you know you're doing something right.
Well, Max Clare, who had 51 catches, a bright spot in an otherwise dismal year for Purdue last year, finds the end zone for the first time wearing scarlet and gray and gives Ohio State their first TD of the night.
Yeah, it was a nice route. Good way to keep moving, kind of a scramble type drill where, you know, the receivers just have to keep moving around, find the open spot in the defense. He was able to do that, and Julian Sand was able to find him.
I think some people are starting to get a little chilly, aren't they, Skip? Jaden Fielding set to kick it off for Ohio State. 13-0 Buckeyes on top. Iman Dennis will let that land in the end zone for Ohio University. Last time the Bobcats had the ball, they went with their backup quarterback, Nick Paulus, a senior from Granite Bay, California. We'll see if he comes back out here with Parker Navarro having started the game at quarterback.
That's 6 touchdowns on the year now for Julian Sand.
And it will be Nick Paulus, who comes out, of course, Ohio University in recent years had the Rourke brothers quarterbacking and doing it very well. Of course, the most recent of those was at Indiana last year. 1st and 10, Bobcats at their own 25 but trailing 13-0. Nick Paulus in a pistol formation with C.A. Bangura behind him at tailback. Paulus clapping his hands, now giving instructions for possible planes change. Nick Marinaro, the center, positioned over the ball. And now it's snapped to Paulus. Fakes a handoff, rolls to his right, looking to throw, and he's grabbed and he's being tackled for a sack at the 20 by defensive lineman Caden McDonald of the Buckeyes.
Caden McDonald just blew by the center there. I mean, he was in a sprinter stance.
Ohio State. That's their first of the half. 30 seconds.
Got right by the center, got in the backfield, and then got Nick Paulus to go down.
So McDonald with his first sack of the season. Cade McDonald, a junior from Sewanee, Georgia, making that play.
4th sack of the season for the Buckeyes defense.
So the Ohio State timeout. You would guess this is, Jim, to see if they can maybe manipulate things to get the ball before the half?
Yes, knowing that Ohio is going to get it to start the third.
13-0, Buckeyes on top. Julian Sand, a 16-yard TD pass to Max Clare, and a couple of field goals, 38 and 20 yards for Jaden Fielding. And really, those all occurred after a missed opportunity for Ohio State, who was stopped in 4th and goal at the Bobcat 4 on the first drive of the game.
Yeah, they've had 3 scoring drives after that stop by the Bobcats. A couple field goals in that TD.
2nd and 14. Ohio University with the ball at their own 21-yard line. Nick Paulus, senior quarterback, has replaced Parker Navarro at the helm. Paulus in the shotgun. Gets the snap after some claps and a flag thrown as he handed to Bangura, but they seem to be off kilter, didn't they?
Yeah, it looks like the left tackle is going to get a false start there, number 64. He jumped a little bit working against Bo Atkinson, number 14 for the Buckeyes.
False start, offense, number 64. 5-yard penalty, second down.
That's Shedrick Rhodes, a graduate student who had been at Ohio University, went to Rutgers, and then returned to Ohio University.
They've had a couple return. I think 3 of them.
I think you're right.
Transferred out and returned back to Athens. It's a hard place to leave.
Bangura, the tailback, one of them. 2nd and 19. Bobcats backed up now to their own 16-yard line. 2 receivers in each direction for Nick Paulus, the quarterback. C.A. Bangura, his tailback, is off his left hip. Paulus started to approach the line, resettles in the shotgun, gets the snap, drops back at his 9, throws a pass up the right side, and going down to the ground to dig the catch. They call it incomplete as Caleb Gossett out on the right flank went down to try and get it. Senior out of Olentangy High School, but he could not get it. It'll bring up a course and 3rd down.
Yeah, it looks like the Ohio receiver who caught that wants him to take a look at that Gossett, number 88.
Yeah. So to be 3rd and 19, Bobcats at their own 16-yard line with 2:16 to play until halftime. 13-0 Buckeyes leading. Max Rodarte is wide to the right. Chase Hendricks wide to the left along with Rodney Harris. And now the officials are holding play up.
The ruling on the field of incomplete pass is on the further review.
This official review brought to you by AAA. Become a AAA Buckeye MVP member today at AAA.com/Buckeyes. Did you see the story about the ACC official who quit because in a game last week it involved Syracuse where after one play they ran 2 and then the officials from the review booth said, no, we needed to review the first down play after they had run 2 plays.
Yeah, they didn't get the call in time, did they, from the review booth?
There's some question whether they actually did call it.
Oh, and he didn't stop it, huh?
Well, he didn't stop it because he was told that he didn't get the call. That's why you see teams try and hurry up and run a play.
Exactly. But not if you're Ohio in that situation.
No.
You want him to
Exactly.
to review it.
2:16 to play until halftime. 13-0 Ohio State leading Ohio University. Caleb Gossett, who's from the Columbus area, was the intended receiver. He's a transfer from Dayton as well.
I thought he got his hands underneath it. He might be right, Caleb Gossett.
Yes, as we look at it in the TV in our booth here. Gossett from Olentangy High School here in Central Ohio. A district that went from one high school to many.
That would be just outside the 20-yard line where he caught that, so it'd still be 3rd and long.
It's sizable, yes.
Yeah.
Again, it's Julian Sand, a 16-yard TD pass to Max Clare. Jaden Fielding. Field goals of 20 and 38 yards that have accounted for the scoring tonight. 13-0 Ohio State with a lead.
After review, the ruling on the field has changed to a completed pass. It'll be 3rd down at the 22-yard line. Please reset the game clock to 2:22. Ohio State has elected to take their 2nd timeout.
So, it is ruled a completion from Nick Paulus to Caleb Gossett.
Yeah, Gossett, right when he got up, was telling his coaches on the sideline, hey, review that, take a look at that. I think I caught that, and he was right. His honesty is very good.
Appreciated right now.
Yeah. So 3rd and what? They didn't move the ball. It's going to be 3rd and about 13 if my math is right.
I would think you're right, Jim. That's like former basketball coach Thad Matta used to tell the players when they came to the bench, be honest with me. Should I argue with the officials or not? 2:18 on the 2nd quarter clock. 13-0 Ohio State leading. Ohio University is going to have the ball. They have it there at their 32-yard line. Or 22, excuse me. So it's going to be 3rd and about 13, like you said, Jim, I think?
Yes, gain of 6, so 3rd and 13.
Nick Paulus in the shotgun. C.A. Bangura, tailback, is to his left. And Arvell Reese simulated a blitz, but we may have coaxed a movement off the offensive line.
He got the left guard, I think, here. The captain, Davion Weatherspoon, I believe. Number 51.
I'd flinch if Arvell Reese was sneaking up on me.
False start. Offense number 51. 5-yard penalty. Slow down.
Well, and this is also where the noise becomes a factor.
Yeah, they're backed up to that student section, which is on the south end. The band is now on the north end, so it gets loud down there.
3rd and 18. Bobcats to their own 17-yard line. Nick Paulus has replaced Parker Navarro at quarterback.
Screen draw.
In a shotgun. Paulus, 3 claps of the hand. Now he's giving more instructions at the line of scrimmage. Resettles in the shotgun. Bangura in the backfield with him. Nick Paulus gets the snap. Back to throw. Paulus look, hit, drop, knocked down right at about the 7-yard line. Caden Curry, defensive end, senior from Greenwood, Indiana, brought the house down, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Curry just went with a flat-out bull rush and bowled the right tackle right into the backfield there and got the sack. Sack number 2 for Ohio State.
Buckeyes need Buckeyes, and Versity makes the blood donating process quick and easy. Join Brutus and give blood with Versity to save a Buckeye at the Wexner Medical Center. Versity. Schedule your next donation atversity.org/OH. Timeout on the field, the 2-minute timeout, 13-0. Ohio State leads Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Buckeye Nation, the game's on fire. Whether you're in the stadium or on the couch, make sure Buckeye Vodka, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, is in your lineup. Distilled for a smooth finish, it's the perfect play for any game day. Grab yours and please enjoy responsibly. And be sure to follow them on social media at Buckeye Vodka. That's at Buckeye Vodka, 21 and over.
Hey, Buckeye fans. Are you thinking of consolidating your debt with a home equity loan? Union Home Mortgage wants you to know the average homeowner has over $200,000 of home equity available, and they can help you get access to your money quickly and easily. Go to UHM.com to get your cash estimate today. You'll score financial freedom with Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
For over 30 years, Schumacher Homes has been building affordable custom homes throughout the Buckeye State. Experience true customization on your land, your way, without any compromises. Come visit any of our 9 Ohio model home and design studio locations to see the latest in design trends and learn about our award-winning building process, or start online at SchumacherHomes.com. You'll be surprised how affordable a custom home will be. Schumacher Homes, proud home building sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
13-0, Ohio State leading Ohio University. 2 minutes to play till halftime here in Columbus. Stay with us for our halftime show this evening. Skip Mossick will visit with OSU President Ted Carter, Athletic Director Ross Bjork, and check scores from other games. That's all coming out of the half.
Question here for Ohio State: do you play for a return, or do you play to go ahead and get a block here on this punt? I would say I would play for the return, because you don't want to run into the punter and cause them to move this drive up.
Yes, exactly. And it's a drive that really got moved into a bad position for Ohio University because of a couple of penalties and then a couple of sacks.
Yeah, they had the false start in there, and then, first started off with a sack by Caden McDonald, and then Caden Curry was able to pick up a sack there. And, they had it to a 3rd and 16, or 3rd and 13 with the catch by Gossett, and then the penalty, the false start, made it 3rd and 18, and the sack another 8 yards back, makes it 4th and 26.
Jeremiah Smith out to await the punt from Mangus Haynes.
Right at midfield, so
yes,
good spot to start a 2-minute drive.
Nick Hemmer, the long snapper, will snap the ball for the Bobcats from their own 9. Haynes is in his end zone. Hemmer position, snaps it chest high. Haynes gets it out of the end zone. Jeremiah Smith backing up, backing still. He'll make the catch through his hands, picks it back up at the Ohio State 32. Now Smith weaving his way to the right side. Flag thrown as Smith is going to be taken down at his own 33-yard line. Ohio University able to get the stop made by Blake Guffey. But there's a penalty flag on the return effort.
Looks like a block in the back by Ohio State. Warren looked like they're going to call hold. So that'll take him back, and that'll be the 4th penalty called on Ohio State here in this first half.
Pretty good punt by Haynes.
A very good punt.
During the return, illegal block in the back, receiving team number 6. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's first down, Ohio State.
That would be Devin Sanchez, guilty of that penalty, freshman defensive back.
Yeah, it looked like they would get it at the 50 where Jeremiah Smith was standing, but no, this drive's going to start at 22.
Yeah, and he had a little trouble getting the ball in his mitts there, too.
Yeah, which is not like Jeremiah.
No, it is not. That's only his 2nd time he's been out as the punt returner. One was against Texas. So does 1st and 10 Buckeyes of their own 22 with 1:46 left until halftime. Oh, my. It's 13-0. Buckeyes will lead.
Magnus Haynes with a 56-yard punt there. That'll help his average.
Yes, it will. Julian Sand, who's thrown for 1 TD pass, sets the Ohio State offense up in a shotgun, gets the snap. Back to throw from the 14, tosses on the right side, caught by Jeremiah Smith. He'll spin to the 25 and be taken out of bounds at the 26-yard line. as that play is made by linebacker Michael Molnar of the Bobcats.
I think I heard Coach Day yelling, "Get out, get out," and he did. Stepped out of bounds to stop the clock.
And Molnar helped usher him out of bounds. That clock stopped with 1:39 left until halftime. 2nd and 4. Buckeyes of their own 28, leading 13-0. Innes and Tate wide left, Smith wide right. One tight end, Claire on the left side of the line. Peoples in the backfield. And Julian Sand gets the snap out of the gun, plants his feet at the 19, screens at left side. James Peoples at his own 30-yard line, races to the 35, taken down at the 37-yard line. James Peoples by Cameron Hollabaugh, linebacker. It's a first down.
Good job there by James Peoples. That's his second pass he's caught here in his first half. That one for a first down.
Ball marked at the Buckeyes' 38-yard line with 1.5 minutes to play until halftime. Snap to Julian Sand. He looks to throw, middle of the field, fires. Tip pass volleyed in the air, and it is intercepted. The Bobcats have it at the Ohio State 40-yard line. That ball was thrown in the middle of the field, and coming up with it is cornerback Michael Mack of the Bobcats.
It looked like they were throwing that towards Max Clare, the number 86, the tight end for Ohio State. Somehow it got tipped up in the air, and the Bobcats come down with the interception.
Just their second of the year for defense, and the second thrown this season by Julian Sand. So an offense that's had difficulty will now start this drive in plus territory with 1:20 left until halftime. Yes, 1st and 10. Bobcats at the Buckeye 40-yard line. Ohio State with a 13-0 lead. Nick Paulus, the backup quarterback, is the main quarterback for Brian Smith's Bobcats right now. He's the front man in a pistol with Bangura behind him at tailback. Nick Paulus, the senior out of the state of California, now looks like another play change at the line of scrimmage. Bangura shifts to his left hip, snap to Paulus. Hands to Bangura, sweeping to the right, but he's going to be out of the hold of one tackle, but another Sonny Styles linebacker will help throw him down right at about the Ohio State 38.
Yeah, Bo Atkinson, number 14, had him right there near the line of scrimmage, or maybe a tad behind. He was able to slip out of that Bangura and pick up a yard.
Minute to play until halftime. 2nd and 8 Bobcats at the Buckeye 38-yard line. Nick Paulus in the gun. Bangura to his right. And Paulus looking to throw. Pressure coming. Paulus at the 50, being chased by Atkinson. Throws on the run with a flag out and sails an incompletion up the right sideline, well over the head of his intended receiver, Gossett, but flags all over the field.
Yeah, 2 came out in a hurry, and they're going to call holding on Ohio State there, so that'll put him almost in the field goal range.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 1. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic, first down.
That is Davison Igbinosun, Ohio State cornerback. So while penalties hurt the Bobcats, their last possession, this one helps them.
Well, the first one of the year, he had over a dozen last year.
Yes, he did. He's on a good trend.
He was on a good trend.
1st and 10, Bobcats at the Buckeye 28 with 46 seconds left until halftime. Buckeyes leading 13-0. Nick Paulus in the shotgun for Ohio University. Feeds Bangura, the tailback, moving straight ahead. And he is yanked down to the ground right at about the Buckeye 27-yard line by Tywone Malone, defensive lineman.
No timeout. Now there's a timeout by Ohio.
So they've got 35 seconds left until the half. Timeout on the field, 13-0. Buckeyes with a lead over the Bobcats. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
The best outcomes for treating cancer come from early detection and early diagnosis.
The James Cancer Diagnostic Center at Ohio State
is designed to provide rapid evaluation and a clear diagnosis.
We are transforming care by giving patients direct access
to cancer experts who study and treat cancer every day.
If you think you have cancer, the choice is clear.
Choose the James Cancer Diagnostic Center.
We have 38 seconds left until halftime at historic Ohio Stadium. 13-0. Buckeyes will lead, but the Bobcats, thanks to an interception by cornerback Michael Mack, have the ball 2nd and 9 at the Buckeyes' 28-yard line.
Well, if you pass, you like to get a pressure, a sack. They've already got 2 sacks. You want to back them up a few yards here because they're well within field goal range for their kickers. Although I got a 37 long and a 30 long.
Yes.
For their 2 kickers.
Yeah, they've split their kicking duties. 2nd and 9, Bobcats at the 28 of the Buckeyes. Nick Paulus, quarterback in a shotgun. C.A. Bangura, tailback off his right hip. Snap to Paulus, looking to throw. He looks, fires on the right side. Hit, incomplete. 16-yard line, and Jalen McClain, safety, just dropped Max Rodarte with viciousness.
Yeah, Rodarte gets up on his feet, but he took a shot there. He's going to go to the sidelines for a little bit there after that play, but what a hit by Jalen McClain on the wide receiver.
Course and third down, 9 to go. Bobcats at the Buckeye 28-yard line with 33 seconds left until halftime. 13-0, Ohio State leading.
The previous play is on the further review for targeting.
I was afraid that was going to happen. They were going to review it for possible targeting. But that was a big, big-time stick by Jalen McClain. This official review brought to you by AAA. Become a AAA Buckeye MVP member today at AAA.com/Buckeyes.
Yeah, I mean, those are 50-50. You can't say one way or the other what the officials was looking at on those targeting. I thought it was a good hit, but I don't know if his helmet got into his face mask. It looked like he got him a lot in the chest there, but
chest, maybe shoulder area.
Yeah.
Jalen McClain, sophomore safety from Rahway, New Jersey. He has had a good start to this season for Ohio State. He was all over the field in game 1 against Texas.
Yeah, I mean, he had 12 tackles coming into this ball game, and he's done a good job back there with Caleb Downs and Lorenzo Styles, as the nickelbacks.
Jalen McClain had one start last year. That came against Nebraska.
After review, the ruling that there was no targeting is upheld. Third down.
All right, no targeting for Jalen McClain. He remains eligible to play. 33 seconds left until halftime. It is 3rd and 9, Bobcats at the Buckeye 28. And Max Rodarte is back out there, Jim.
Tough
Good
kid.
for him, yeah. He's flanked out wide to the right along with Chase Hendricks. Wide to the left are Caleb Gossett and Rodney Harris for the Bobcats. Nick Paulus in a pistol formation. Bangura behind him at tailback. Paulus eyeballing the defense on 3rd down inside the Buckeye 28-yard line. Now he's changing the play. 3rd and 9, Bobcats at the Buckeye 28. Paulus in a shotgun set. Gets the snap. Takes off running on a draw. Straight ahead. Paulus tripped up and stopped right around the 26-yard line by linebacker Arvell Reese.
Yeah, Arvell Reese was working against the offensive lineman there.
Timeout, Ohio.
And we'll get a timeout taken with 28 seconds left until the half. It's 13-0, Ohio State leading Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Hey Buckeyes, I'm John Chabot with Surest, a digital-first health plan designed to make healthcare simple and affordable right here in Ohio. At Surest, we believe healthy small businesses are vital to our economy. That's why we're ready to give your small business a VIP opportunity through our small business sweepstakes. Winners will be recognized on the sideline at an Ohio State home football game. To enter, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Surest. That's SUREST. Surest, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
We have 28 seconds left until halftime. 13-0, Ohio State leading on 4th down. Ohio University is going to attempt a field goal of 44 yards, and the kicker will be Brack Peacock, who was 1 for 2 last week. He hit a 37-yarder against West Virginia. A sophomore from Granbury, Texas, and a transfer from Incarnate Wood. Nick Hemmer, the long snapper. Marcus Haynes is the holder. Haynes will put it down at the 34. And a kick for a 44-yard field goal try by Peacock is up in the air, and it is good. Brack Peacock gets the Bobcats on the scoreboard. Timeout with 24 seconds left until halftime. It's 13-3. Ohio State leading Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Already prepping for next week's matchup? Get your best rest yet with Bob's Discount Furniture. Shop Bob's and choose from pillows, soft, plush, dual feel, and extra firm mattresses with Bobopedic memory foam that will have you dreaming of game day in no time. So shop in-store or online to score the latest and affordable luxury mattresses without the luxury price tag. Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
44-yard field goal by Brack Peacock of Ohio University gets the Bobcats on the board. 24 seconds left until halftime. Ohio State with a 13-3 lead over Ohio University.
Set up by the interception by Michael Mack, who picked off Julian Sane on a pass that was tipped around in the air, and tipped 1 or 2 times, and then Mack came down with it. So Ohio State will get the ball back with just a little bit of time, 24 seconds and 1 timeout.
Lorenzo Styles will be back deep to await the kickoff along with Brandon Innes. And the kickoff man is David Dellenbach for Ohio University. He'll kick it from right to left, puts his right foot into the ball. It's a short kick that is going to bounce up at the 9 where Brandon Ennis picks it up. Moves to the 10, and he goes down right at about the 11-yard line. That checked up like a Skip Mossick lob wedge shot onto the green.
Yeah, I think we take a knee here and go in at halftime and probably get yelled at a little bit.
No, you would think. So it's 13-3. Ohio State leading Ohio University. 22 seconds left until halftime. Ball is spotted at the Buckeye 11-yard line.
Let's hope Skip doesn't yell at us at halftime.
As long as we bring him one of those dogs, he won't. Smothered with onions and all of that juice that was sitting in that pan out there. Buckeyes will have an inverted wishbone surrounding Julian Sayin. He'll get under center. Carson Hinsman take a snap, take a knee, go to the ground, and the half will come to an end. 13-3. Ohio State leading Ohio University. Stay tuned. Skip Mossick with a halftime show coming up next. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
AgPro has been family owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
James Peoples here, running back for the Ohio State Buckeyes. You have to check out the brand new AAA Buckeyes MVP membership. Get all the benefits of AAA, such as 24/7 roadside assistance, plus chances to win tickets to Buckeyes sporting events, access to exclusive MVP experiences, along with 10% off select gear at the Ohio State Team Shop. Already a AAA member? Add the Buckeyes MVP membership for free. Head to AAA.com/Buckeyes to upgrade or join the squad and put your fandom in drive.
We have acres of brand new Chevys, Chryslers, Jeeps, Dodges, and Ram vehicles, as well as used cars and trucks that you're looking for at the Jeff Weiler Columbus Auto Mall in Canal Winchester. And if we don't have what you're looking for, we can find it at one of our 23 other locations. So come shop the lot or view over 2,000 cars right at your fingertips at JeffWeilerColumbusAutomall.com. Plus, use Weiler Direct to see monthly payments, value your trade, and get pre-approved. Rooted in family, driven by you.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Welcome to the Buckeye Football Halftime Show on the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
Fans, be sure to check out the Buckeye Game Day Concert Series presented by the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer before every Ohio State home game this season outside of St. John Arena in Buckeye Fan Fest. Each week features a different artist or band performing 2 hours before kickoff. Get on board and book your cruise today. Visit BuckeyeCruise.com. Go Buckeyes and beat cancer. Halftime at Ohio Stadium in Columbus. Ohio State 13, Ohio 3. Skip Mossick joined inside the Buckeye huddle by Athletic Director Ross Bjork. And Ross, many football fans remember when the statue of Archie Griffin was unveiled outside of the stadium. News this week regarding another statue, this one outside of the Schottenstein Center. Tell us about the behind-the-scenes work that went into this decision to honor Jerry Lucas, which is great.
Yeah, no, thank you, Skip. And, there's only a few people that are sort of on the Mount Rushmore of Ohio State athletics, and Jerry Lucas is definitely one of those. And so we have a Jesse Owens statue, we have a Woody Hayes statue, Archie Griffin statue, and now we'll have a Jerry Lucas statue. And, look, he's just an icon in the game of basketball, one of the best players of all time, both here in college. What he did to set the tone for Ohio State basketball when he was on campus, and then obviously what he did in the professional ranks just makes him a legendary stature to get a statue. And he's just got a Hall of Fame career. So we had some donors approach us and say, hey, is this something that we could help fundraise for? So Gary Schottenstein, Alan Stockmeister, they led the efforts to go out and raise the money, similar to what happened with the Archie Griffin statue. So just great support from the community. Jerry's an icon and so well-deserving, and so we can't wait to unveil this in November.
Well, Ross, your other sports are on the road this weekend. Football, obviously, on a bye next weekend. So wanted to give a shout-out to the OSU Golf Club, hosting an annual Corn Ferry Tour playoff event next week with the Nationwide Children's Championship, which is really a neat exposure for the Scarlet course on a national level every year.
It really is. I had a chance to go out there last year, and I was really blown away by the setup. Scarlet and Gray, they're iconic golf courses, here in Columbus and around the nation, and so many people want to play this course. And to be able to host a pro tournament on a college campus, if you will, on a college course, I think just sets the tone. It helps in recruiting for our golf programs. It helps the community. They generate a ton of money for charity. Tickets are free. So I think from a community relations standpoint, it's a great attraction. Obviously, we've got a couple Buckeyes in the field with Neil Shipley, and so I know a lot of people are excited to see him play and come back. And, we want to make that partnership long-lasting. And so we're working with the tour, with Nationwide, to make sure that we can host this tournament, as long as possible over there at Scarlet. So just a great attraction for our program on a comprehensive level.
Well, Ross, last thing, Thursday was the anniversary of 9/11. You and many others participated in something special here at the stadium, walking the stadium stairs. Tell everybody about that.
Look, we all remember where we were 24 years ago on this week. Just to be able to honor, the victims of those who lost their lives, the first responders. I thought it was really cool. We had firefighters come in their gear and walk the steps there at Ohio Stadium. And so it's just a great way to honor, those who sacrificed so much, and those who serve our military, the partnership that we have with ROTC to be able to host that event, in our stadium. We have several athletic teams in the ROTC building. Our pistol and rifle teams operate out of there. And so just to have the partnership, to be able to come together to honor the victims, to do something that maybe is a little bit hard, which really is simple because those that sacrificed did something, uncommon, and we just can't comprehend all that. So, the least we can do is provide some leadership to serve others. And also, look, anytime there's a challenge, we have a decision to make. How do we continue to come together as a country? And so those are all the messages that I think a day like 9/11 brings out, and we want to be a part of that from a leadership and a visibility standpoint. So the least we could do to host that event, and we want that to continue for a long time.
So Ohio State Athletic Director Ross Bjork, we always appreciate your time. We'll chat in a couple of weeks out in Seattle, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks, Skip. Go Bucks.
Again, the score here at the half, Ohio State 13, Ohio 3. Up next, we will chat with Ohio State President Ted Carter as halftime activities continue. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
When it comes to your cancer diagnosis, the choice for your care is clear.
And when you choose the James at Ohio State,
you're opting for care from a highly specialized team dedicated to treating one type of cancer, yours.
A team that studies the unique makeup of your disease to develop a personalized treatment plan.
You're choosing our region's only comprehensive cancer center designated by the National Cancer Institute.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
Ready?
It doesn't matter if you're playing hard or working hard. Your workout only works out if you recover right. Chocolate milk helps you recover for what comes next. It's delicious and contains the right mix of protein and carbs to help refuel exhausted muscles. From biking to bench presses, Milk's protein helps you build lean muscle and gain more from your workouts.
Ready? Recover. Repeat. Brought to you by the American Dairy Association Mideast, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, Buckeye fans, it's Polk Heels for Window Nation. Columbus, did you know you can get 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game if you replace all the windows in your home with Window Nation? This month, they're offering 50% off all window styles, plus no payments for 2 whole years. That's right, no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest until 2027. Get big savings plus 1-day installation with Window Nation, a proud partner of Ohio State Athletics. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com today.
Hear every Buckeye game every year. The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Buckeyes are known for paying it forward. That's why Buckeyes Care strives to serve the betterment of our community by positively impacting families across Ohio. Join partners American Electric Power, Kroger, Donato's, the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the James Cancer Hospital, Huntington Bank, and WBNS TV in Columbus in supporting this cause at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/BuckeyesCare. 13-3, Ohio State leads Ohio. Halftime at Ohio Stadium in Columbus. Skip Mossick joined, as always, by Ohio State President Ted Carter. Great to see you again.
Skip, good to see you. Beautiful night tonight.
Love these in-state games. I tell you, just your thoughts on the first half. Anytime you play an in-state opponent, they're going to come to play.
They are. And the Bobcats are a good team. I mean, they gave Rutgers everything Rutgers could handle. They beat West Virginia at home in Athens. And I knew they were going to come in and be a good team. They're kind of a bend-don't-break defense. But, we got 278 yards offense. They have 28. The score doesn't really indicate that. We got 3 trips into the red zone with only 6 points to show for it. So we got to do a little better.
Ohio University, like many opponents on the field, obviously this evening, but colleagues off the field in many ways. If you can tell us about some of those.
Yeah, there's 14 public institutions in the state of Ohio, and tonight, we're showcasing, I would argue, 2 of the premier. 95,000 students between our 2 institutions. And Ohio University is actually older than the Ohio State University. So good props to them. We believe in higher education, the research that we do. It's great to have this rivalry right here at the Shoe.
Tonight's game is the annual Buckeyes for a Cancer-Free World game. It's presented by the James. If you could tell us a little bit about what that means.
Yeah, there's nobody in our country, certainly nobody in the state of Ohio, that hasn't been touched by cancer in some shape or form. 18 million Americans have dealt with cancer, and it's really special that we can celebrate those that have survived cancer here tonight.
The ribbon they're wearing is lavender. Yeah. There's the reason why, because of that.
Yeah, if you see somebody wearing a lavender ribbon tonight, that means they're a cancer survivor. Our CEO of the James, Dr. Kim Rathmel, I've heard her say, the best thing a doctor can do with a patient is tell them you're cancer-free. Imagine a world where every person that comes into the James will be able to cure them, and that's what we're fighting for, a cancer-free world.
For those in the stadium, there's going to be a neat drone show here coming up here in just a couple of minutes, so it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, what a treat our fans are getting tonight with these 2 amazing bands.
2 weeks in a row. The Grambling Band last week, Ohio University, along with the Ohio State Marching Band
and
as well.
How fun to have a night game tonight. The fans are lit up. It's really going to be a fun night.
Ohio State President Ted Carter, we always appreciate your time. We look forward to chatting in 2 weeks. Conference play will get underway out in Washington, okay?
All right, Skip. Thank you.
Again, at the half, Ohio State 13, Ohio 3. Up next, we'll check your college football scoreboard as halftime activities continue. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
Listen up, Buckeye Nation. Tailgates, busy mornings, even meal prep. Ohio Eggs fit every game plan. Packed with healthy protein, easy to prepare, and always a crowd pleaser. Ohio Eggs are the MVP of your plate. When you add a dozen eggs to your cart, you're not just buying breakfast. You're getting 1.5 pounds of protein-rich food for nutritious meals, quick snacks, and game day favorites. All in one carton. Thanks to Ohio farmers, more than 11 billion nutritious eggs are produced in the Buckeye State every year. Your playbook for delicious meals starts at ohioeggs.com.
Hey Buckeyes, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field designed Ohio State t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Ohio State in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
Always and forever your home of the Buckeyes. Home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center. The team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Back at Ohio Stadium, Skip Mossick with a check of your college football scoreboard. We'll start you with teams in the Big Ten. Third quarter in West Lafayette. This game was supposed to kick at 3:30. They had a really long weather delay. Third quarter, USC leads at Purdue 20-3. Halftime, number 9 Illinois leads at home over Western Michigan 10-0. Second quarter, Iowa 23, UMass 7. Top 25, third quarter down in Miami. Again, a very long weather delay in Miami. They lead at home over South Florida 28-6. Another weather delay at Texas Tech. Third quarter, they lead Oregon State 38-0. Second quarter, Arkansas and Ole Miss are knotted at 28 apiece. Second quarter, Florida and LSU tied at 3 apiece. Notre Dame 17, Texas A&M 14, 12 minutes to play first half over in South Bend. Vanderbilt playing at South Carolina. They are knotted at 7 apiece midway through the second. Early second quarter, Utah 3, Wyoming nothing. Around the state this evening, one game still in progress involving a team around the state. First quarter down in Birmingham, UAB leads Akron 7-0. Ohio State 13, Ohio 3. That's the score here at the half. Paul and Jim back to preview the second half next. This is Buckeye Football from Learfield.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Hosting a passionate crew of Buckeye fans? Revamp your rec room for an epic watch party with power reclining sofas, massaging recliners, entertainment centers, and coffee tables from Bob's. They even have sofas with drop-down tables for snacks and bevs. Shop in-store or online to score big on an incredible game day setup at Bob's everyday low prices. Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tyvis Powell and I talk Buckeyes Monday morning at 6, only on The Fan.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
DirecTV is the proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Stream the Buckeye satellite free on DirecTV. Visit directtv.com today to learn more. Halftime in Columbus, 13-3, Ohio State. Jim leading Ohio University.
Yeah, Paul, here's some of the stats. Ohio State has had 18 rushes for 79 yards, 199 yards passing, 39 offensive plays for 278 yards. For Ohio, they've had 12 carries for 5 yards, 23 yards passing, 22 plays for 28 yards for the Bobcats. Well, Bobcats are 0 of 6 on third down conversions. Ohio State 3 of 6 on third down conversions. Individually for Ohio State, Bo Jackson's your leading rusher at half, 4 carries for 30 yards, got 15 of that on one play. C.J. Donaldson has 6 carries for 26 yards. Julian Sayin, 16 of 21, 199 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He's been sacked 1 time. Jeremiah Smith has 6 catches for 89 yards, and your leading tackler at half for the Buckeyes is Caden Curry with 4.
13-3, Buckeyes lead the Bobcats. Start of the second half coming up next. This is Buckeye Football from Learfield.
AEP Energy wants to know if you're ready to say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings. Get your energy costs under control by locking in a fixed rate for your electricity supply. You'll lower your bills and get price protection from rising rates. Take control and lock in a low fixed rate. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. AEP Energy is a competitive retail electrical and natural gas service provider and affiliate of Ohio Power Company, AEP Ohio. AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of AEP Ohio.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Buckeye fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a champ or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Welcome inside the Union Home Mortgage broadcast booth, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. 13-3, Ohio State leading Ohio University. Down on the field to Tyler Danberg.
Coach, what's your message to the team in this second half?
We got to finish off drives. In the red zone on offense, obviously. We turned the ball over, and then we didn't finish drives. So that's what we have to do in this second half.
Thanks, Coach. Guys, upstairs to you.
All right, each Buckeye defensive third down this half brought to you by Corson Fire and Security, protecting life and property since 1946. From knowledgeable salespeople to highly trained technicians, Corson provides the very best fire protection and security solutions to businesses throughout Ohio. Learn more at Corson.com. We did learn at halftime that Parker Navarro, the starting quarterback for Ohio University, has suffered an injury to his left non-throwing wrist, similar to an injury he suffered last season. So we won't see him anymore tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of the indication we got at halftime. So, heck of a quarterback for the Bobcats. Kind of wish I could see him play a little bit longer because I wanted to see what he could do running the football against Ohio State. But that won't happen. I'm sure the Bobcat fans are sad about that too. So we'll see a little bit more of Nick Polis here in the second half, and I don't know who their third-team quarterback is.
I think we understood that the only quarterback they have that is dressed is a young man by the name of Matthew Pappas. He is a redshirt freshman from Grove City right here in the Columbus area. So that's whom they would go to. So that certainly is going to retard what they're trying to do offensively.
Well, the Buckeye defense has done a nice job against the Bobcats. As I mentioned, going over those stats, held them just to 28 yards in that first half. That's pretty impressive, just 5 yards rushing. But they got 3 points on the board, and their defense has, shut down Ohio State, limit them to 2 field goals where, if those were touchdowns, the scoreboard would look a little bit different.
Sure would. Iman Dennis, who had a 96-yard kickoff return for a touchdown last year against Kent State, is the deep returner for Ohio University. Bobcats will start the second half of the ball. They will move right to left as we view it from the south open end of Ohio Stadium to the north closed end. Jaden Fielding, who's booted a couple of field goals, puts us in the air with the right foot. Dennis is going to watch that one land in the end zone for a touchback. So Nick Paulus played in 8 games for the Bobcats last year, started their game at Kentucky, passed for 110 yards, rushed for 25. Senior from Granite Bay, California. He will be their quarterback to begin the second half.
All right, looks like Navarro's in there, Paul.
Wow.
Right?
So much for the information we got. So Parker Navarro, senior out of Tempe, Arizona, back in at quarterback. We would think that wrist, the left wrist was injured, and it looks almost like he's got a cast on it. 1st and 10, Bobcats at their own 25-yard line. Duncan Brune is in at tailback behind Parker Navarro. Navarro clapping his hands, gets the snap, takes off running as he runs to the left side, gets to his own 25, gets to his 30, and he's taken out of bounds at his own 33 by safety Caleb Downs. Ain't nothing wrong with him, Jim.
Yeah, good run by Navarro there as he caught that ball. And you're right, it looks like his left wrist is taped up a little bit. They've got his thumb maybe taped up too in that left hand, but he took it around the left side for a gain of 9.
So to be 1st and 10. Bobcats working the ball at their own, 2nd and 9, ball at their own 33. Out of the pistol, Navarro set up at quarterback. Duncan Brune, a young man from Germany, is at tailback right behind him. Now Brune shifts to the right hip of his quarterback. Navarro gets the snap. Fakes a handoff, looks to throw, tosses quickly down the right side, ball in the air for Hendricks, and he catches at the Ohio State 40. Weaves his way to the middle of the field to the Buckeye 20-yard line, takes it to the 15, to the 10, shakes defenders, and goes to the end zone. Chase Hendricks for a Bobcat touchdown. He was able to bounce off of people, weave his way through the field, and Chase Hendricks with his second TD catch of the year Parker Navarro hits him with a 67-yard scoring strike, and it's 13-9 Ohio State.
Yeah, Chase Hendricks kind of quiet in the first half, but not the second half. He opens up with a big play, a bomb that he catches from Parker Navarro as he rolls out to his right. It looked like he kind of had two defenders there that he fought off, caught the pass, and beat everybody by the Buckeyes into the end zone.
Brack Peacock in to attempt the extra point. Nick Hemmer, the snapper. The holder is Magnus Haynes, the punter. Peacock is set. Hemmer ready to snap the football. Does so. Put down by Haynes, and the kick for the PAT hits the uprights, and it's no good. So the score will remain 13-9 favor Ohio State. Each first down that the Buckeyes pick up tonight. Brought to you by Kroger. A reminder that Kroger Pickup, the easy way to get what you want right when you need it. Try Kroger Pickup today in the Kroger app or at Kroger.com. So a 67-yard TD pass, Navarro to Hendricks, but a missed PAT. So we're at 13-9 favor Ohio State.
Well, the Bobcats have scored more points than anybody else against Ohio State this year, Texas and Grambling. But yeah, Navarro comes in here, picks up 8 yards on that carry, and the second one he throws it and ends up being a deep right pass for 67 yards. And a great job there by Chase Hendricks catching that football and finding his way to get in the end zone, outran everybody in the secondary. And it looks like maybe Kenyatta Jackson kind of came off the field there, hobbled towards the sidelines after that play.
Well, we didn't expect to see Navarro anymore, and he showed up big time. So Dellenbach, will kick it off for the Bobcats. Ball in the air, and a fair catch should be called for and made by Brandon Ennis. And let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always and forever your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Parker Navarro, 67-yard TD pass to Chase Hendrick for Ohio University. Bobcats still with some work to do. Buckeyes have the ball leading 13-9 with 14:07 to play, third quarter.
Yeah, 2-play drive there for 75 yards.
Julian Sayin, who's thrown a TD pass to Max Clare, gets the offense set. 1st and 10, Buckeyes their own 25-yard line. Sayin is in a shotgun. Bo Jackson opens the second half at tailback. And the give to Jackson, running straight ahead. He breaks through to his own 40, all the way to the 50, middle of the field. Bo Jackson, he gets to the 30, right side of the Bobcats, to the 20, Bo Jackson. And he is shoved out of bounds at the Bobcats' 10-yard line by corner Michael Mack. The Buckeyes in the Giant Eagle red zone on a big running play by freshman Bo Jackson.
Got a great double team by the center in the right guard there. And Bo Jackson hit it right up behind that double team and right through the secondary of Ohio Bobcats for a huge play there for Bo Jackson. I mean, trying to find the new number one running back.
I think so.
64 yards, Paul.
Ball at the Bobcat 11-yard line. C.J. Donaldson will replace Jackson at tailback. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes at the Bobcat 11. Early third quarter, 13-9, Ohio State leading. Pistol set with Sand at quarterback. Then Donaldson, who was straight behind him, will shift to his left hip. Snap to Julian Sand. Hands to C.J. Donaldson, but the play shut down with a flag drop back in the end zone.
Delay game?
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And there was some, looked like arguing on the sideline about Donaldson getting in to replace Jackson at tailback, Jim. So that's going to make it now 1st and 15, Ohio State at the Ohio 16-yard line. Yeah.
Penalties.
Carnell Tate wide to the left. Jeremiah Smith, wide right. Now Tate will motion to the right. Pistol formation with Sayin at quarterback. Gets the snap. Sayin hands it for Donaldson, worming his way straight up the middle, and he is tackled at the Bobcat 13 by linebacker Cameron Hollabaugh.
Hollabaugh now has 7 tackles. Adonis Williams Jr., the safety, has 6 tackles. So those guys have been very active for this Bobcat defense. First half, now into the second half.
Hollabaugh, a graduate student from Warren JFK High School. 2nd and 12. Buckeyes at the Bobcat 13-yard line with 12.5 to play third quarter. Tate will go wide to the left with Ennis and Kazmarek. Wide to the right is Jeremiah Smith. And Julian Sayin, the Ohio State quarterback, in the gun. Donaldson to his left. And the snap to Sayin. Looks to throw. Pumps. Looks. Rolls. Throws a short one right side. Caught by Smith. Cut down at the 10 of the Bobcats. And that play is made by corner Tank Pearson.
Well, now it's 3rd and 10. Again, the Bobcat defense has stifled Ohio State's offense here in the red zone.
Yeah, they've been able to do a nice job of getting things boxed in a little bit.
Yeah. Covering the receivers. Julian looks like he's got plenty of time there, but he rolls out of the pocket. Look towards Jeremiah Smith there at the sideline. Just a short gain.
So 3rd and 9, Buckeyes at the Bobcat 10-yard line. Out of the huddle, Tate, Clare, and Ennis wide left, Smith wide right. Donaldson tailback in the backfield with Julian Sand. 3rd and 9, Buckeyes at the Bobcat 10. With Ohio State leading 13-9 at the third quarter. Now Sand gets the snap in an empty backfield. Being chased, rolls to his right. Sand at the 15-yard line, throws. It's caught at the 4-yard line, and pushing his way to the end zone for a score is C.J. Donaldson. He just bruised his way into the end zone as he caught that to the 4 and would not be denied as he pushed it in from 10 yards out. C.J. Donaldson has given Ohio State a 19-9 lead.
I agree with you, Paul. It looked like he was going to get tackled there. I think we were thinking that, but C.J. Donaldson wasn't. He goes, I'm going to find a way to get this across the end zone line, and he did. Got it into the goal, across the goal line and into the end zone.
The previous play is in the further review.
Maybe to see if he stepped out of bounds?
I guess.
And this official review is brought to you by AAA. Become a AAA Buckeye MVP member today at AAA.com/Buckeyes. But at the moment, Julian Sand, a 10-yard TD pass to C.J. Donaldson, who just shoved his way through a couple of defenders into the end zone.
Well, the pass was complete. We know that. It was a good catch. So they must be reviewing whether he stepped out of bounds.
Well, there at first to make contact was corner Tank Pearson. Then Michael Molnar, the linebacker, was the last Bobcat that tried to stop him. As we get a look at the replay, he may have stepped out of bounds right where he made the catch at the 4.
Yep. His right tippy toe.
Well, that's the whole idea of review, to get it right. And it would appear this play will be changed. Still an impressive effort by tailback C.J. Donaldson.
Will that be 1st and goal?
I would think so. So the officiating crew looking it over. The score would stand. It would be 19-9 favor Ohio State. That was quite a collision between Donaldson and Molnar.
After review, the runner stepped out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It'll be 4th down.
4th down and 1.
Oh.
Got to go for it.
I think so. Well, it was a big run by Bo Jackson that got the Buckeyes down here to knock on the door.
Well, it's more than one.
And they're going to send the kicking unit out, Jim.
Yeah, 4th and about 3.
So Jaden Fielding, who has hit a couple of field goals tonight, 20 and 38 yards, will come out here to attempt a 22-yard field goal. John Furman, the long snapper, Joe McGuire, the holder, will put it down at the 12. And Jaden Fielding will attempt a 22-yard three-point field goal with 11:26 to play third quarter. Fielding ready. Snaps it. McGuire puts it down. Fielding's kick. Furman's snap. McGuire's hold. Fielding's kick is good, and the score increases for Ohio State to 16-9 over Ohio University. Buckeye football brought to you in part by Encova Insurance for auto and home. Encircling you with solutions you can trust. Encova, proud sponsor of Ohio State athletics. Timeout. 11:19 to play third quarter. 16-9. Ohio State leading Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. Growing up in the family business, I've seen firsthand the joy and love that comes with finding the perfect engagement ring. For over 77 years, our family's been dedicated to providing the best quality, unmatched selection, and the guaranteed best price. From timeless classics to custom designs, we have the perfect ring for every love story. Let our family help you celebrate the moments that mean the most. Visit Diamond Cellar today on Salmo Road or at Easton Town Center.
When it comes to trucks, Toyota gives you the power of choice. Now through September 30th, get 1.75 APR financing or $3,000 customer cash on a powerful new 25 Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or you can lease a 25 Tundra SR Crew Max for $409 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Come on over to Heartland and
Join our family.
Now, getting ahead in this world is not as complicated as it might seem. Having the early guidance and counsel of your community banker, one who knows you and your family's story, can make a great deal of difference. Relationships matter. Bank on community banking. I'm Scott McComb, coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Buckeye football lives here. The Fan. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Buckeye fans, every time Ohio University gets inside the Buckeye 20 tonight, it's time to defend the shoe. Brought to you by Androl, an official sponsor of Ohio State athletics, whose mission is to transform U.S. military capabilities through technology. Jaden Fielding, a 22-yard field goal for Ohio State to increase the Buckeyes' lead to 16-9 over Ohio University with 11:19 left in the third quarter.
The Ohio State scoring drive powered by Honda, celebrating over 40 years of manufacturing right here in Ohio. 5 plays, 71 yards, 2:48 off the clock. Bo Jackson had 64 of those yards. Down in the sideline to Tyler Danberg.
And Jim, going off that 64-yard run for Bo Jackson, there was nobody on the sideline more fired up than former Buckeye Maurice Clarett. He's on the sidelines per Ryan Day's request. He was riled up. Those two guys know a little bit about making an impact as a true freshman.
I'd say so. All we have to do is think back to 2002 and the effect that Maurice Clarett had on that national championship team.
Yeah, Bo's got 5 carries for 94 yards. He's almost looking at back-to-back 100-yard games.
Iman Dennis is back to eat for Ohio University, awaiting Jaden Fielding's kickoff. Jaden Fielding 3 for 3 on the night. That ball will land in the end zone for a touchback. But how about the Bobcats? They came out and got a 67-yard scoring strike. Parker Navarro, who we thought was done for the night, hits Chase Hendricks for a long one.
Yeah, again, credit to Bobcats' red zone defense. They've held Ohio State to a 38-yard field goal, a 22-yard field goal, and a 20-yard field goal.
Well, Navarro, who had injured his left non-throwing wrist, has it wrapped up, and he's back out there to play at quarterback. C.A. Bangura will be his tailback. 1st and 10 Bobcats working for their own 25-yard line. It's 16-9, favor the Buckeyes. Navarro in a shotgun, 2x2 receivers, right and left. Bangura off his left-hand hip. And now Navarro approaches his center. Nick Marinero with a play call change, possibly. Navarro resets in the shotgun. Gets the snap, quick toss right side, and that ball is caught. Hendricks, who goes down at his own 33. Safety Lorenzo Stiles got him off his pins, but Stiles missed a chance to stop him further upfield. And Lorenzo slow to get up.
Yeah, like he hurt his right shoulder there. Sean Barnhorst runs out there, the athletic trainer for Ohio State, to give him some aid.
Senior from Pickerington Central and a transfer from Notre Dame, Lorenzo Stiles. He has been the starting nickelback to begin the year.
Hendricks now with 3 catches on the ball game.
He had 100 yards in each of the first 2 games for the Bobcats coming into this one, Jim, a junior out of St. Louis.
Yeah, he's got about 75, 76 right now.
And his 4th career touchdown came on the Bobcats' last possession. Timeout. 11:09 left in the third quarter. 16-9. Buckeyes lead the Bobcats. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance and their local independent agents are prepared for what's next and protect what matters most to you. Whether that's your home, car, business, or family, Encova's got your back with a policy that fits you perfectly. With local independent agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova's playbook is an easy win for your peace of mind. You can trust their team of agents to develop a strategy that's just right for you. And it's not just X's and O's. Your expert agent will guide you and provide insurance solutions so you can confidently manage your risk and count on a financially secure future. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you. Encova is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
When you need urgent care, there are many choices, but there's only one advanced level of urgent care, led by Ohio State Emergency Medicine Physicians. Ohio State Advanced Urgent Care. When you need care fast, the choice is clear. 11:09 left in the third quarter in Columbus. 16-9, Ohio State leading Ohio University. Down on the field to Tyler Danberg.
Ohio State quarterback Lorenzo Styles Jr. was taken immediately to the Red Medical tent by Ohio State medical personnel. Sean Barnhouse, the athletic trainer for OSU, was clutching to Styles' right forearm, somewhere on that right arm. He continued to pound the turf with his right cleat as he was wincing in pain. We'll continue to monitor Lorenzo's condition as his brother, Sonny Styles, a linebacker, was watching on a knee.
2nd and 3. Bobcats to their own 32-yard line looking to continue this drive.
And you're going to see a little bit more Devin Sanchez, number 6, as the extra coverage guy.
A freshman who has gotten a significant amount of snaps early in the year. Parker Navarro in the shotgun. C.A. Bangura behind him, a tailback in a pistol formation. Navarro, a couple of claps of the hand, a third clap, a fourth. And now he's going to shout instructions to the lineman and reset into the pistol formation. On 2nd down. Snap to Navarro. Fakes a handoff, rolls to his right, and takes off running right side to his own 35. Caleb down, safety, linebacker Arvell Reese stop him around the Bobcat 38. And it's a first down pickup.
Yeah, that time he just faked the pass and found an open rushing lane to the right and took advantage of it. Needed to pick up about 3, and he got about 5.
To his own 37-yard line. Navarro came into the game averaging almost 7 yards per rush. So the drive continues for the Bobcats, who trail 16-9 to the Buckeyes. Pistol formation again, 3 wide left, single flanker Rodarte to the right. For Ohio University, center Nick Marinero over the football. Navarro, again more instructions. In the shotgun, gets the snap. Hands to Bangura, and he's grabbed and knocked down from behind, right at his own 35, and it was Kenyatta Jackson, defensive end, who jumped the play from behind.
He got nicked up that last series, but it looks like he's A-OK. He got back in the backfield in a hurry there, working against the left tackle. Came up with a TFL, tackle for loss of -2 on that play.
Senior from Hollywood, Florida, Kenyatta Jackson with that play to make it 2nd and 12. Bobcats at their own 35-yard line. Mason Williams and Max Rodarte go wide to the right. Chase Hendricks comes wide to the left along with Rodney Harris. As Parker Navarro is in a shotgun, C.A. Bangura in the backfield with him. 2nd and 12, Bobcats from their own 35. And Navarro straight behind his center gets the snap. Back to throw from his 28. Pressure coming, runs to the right, and Arvell Reese, linebacker, dumps him at the 33-yard line of the Bobcats. That brings up a course and 3rd down.
Arvell Reese closed in a hurry there and got another tackle for loss on that play. We'll see if they rule that a sack or just a tackle for loss. They're going to say a sack for a loss there. So that's our Buckeyes picked up their 3rd sack or 2nd. 2 sacks.
3rd and 14. Bobcats at their own 33-yard line. Parker Navarro, senior quarterback out of Tempe, Arizona, straight behind his center. C.A. Bangura, tailback off his right-hand hip. 2 receivers wide in each direction. 3rd and 14. Bobcats at their own 33-yard line. Buckeyes loading up the defensive front. Snap to Navarro. Sets up to pass from his 25. Spins to his left. Running at his 23. Pass deflected. Knocked down. Arvell Reese knocked that down. Ends up in the hands of Kenyatta Jackson, who rumbles all the way down the right sideline in the end zone for a score. Kenyatta Jackson picked up a ball that was deflected and batted out by Arvell Reese. And for the moment, it appears the Buckeyes have a defensive score.
The umpire's looking at the official there. I think they called that incomplete pass.
Is a fumble with a touchdown.
Whoa.
Okay.
I thought the same thing too, Jim. It looked like that ball was going to be an incomplete pass as Arvell Reese jumped in there to break it up. As Navarro spun to his left, and that ball ended up, it bounced on the ground.
After further discussion, the ruling on field is an incomplete pass.
Okay.
It's 4th down at the 35-yard line.
What did we say last week, Jim? Sometimes our eyes don't deceive us like we think.
That's what I thought it was all along there. But I understand you just let it play out.
Exactly.
And it's going to be 4th and 14.
And if you're Kenyatta Jackson, just pick it up and run.
Right.
Until they stop you. So that'll be a punting situation for Ohio University.
This will be punt number 5 for the Bobcats.
And Magnus Haynes. Again, we mentioned this is his third school. Young man out of Massillon, was at Arkansas State and Kent State. Because Arkansas State came here a few years ago. Don't recall that he punted in that game. And on 4th down, Haynes gets the snap, punts it from his 22. Booms that one, and backing up, Brandon Innes catches it his 14. Moves to the left side of the 15, Innes to the 20. Squirts through defenders, gets to the 30, to the 35, Innes, and down he goes at the 40-yard line. Brandon Innes, as he made it a little interesting. Blake Guffey finally tackled him. Score perks on Game Day Essentials all season long at Giant Eagle. A reminder, the Giant Eagle is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Timeout with 8:14 to play third quarter. 16-9, Ohio State leading Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Paul Keels here for Window Nation. Columbus, now is the best time to replace your windows. Window Nation is offering 50% off all window styles, plus no payments for 2 whole years. That's right, no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest until 2027. They'll also throw in 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game if you replace all the windows in your home. Take advantage of big savings, plus 1-day installation with Window Nation, a proud partner of Ohio State Athletics. Call 866-90NATION or visit windownation.com today.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Hey, Buckeye fans. Are you thinking of consolidating your debt with a home equity loan? Union Home Mortgage wants you to know the average homeowner has over $200,000 of home equity available, and they can help you get access to your money quickly and easily. Go to UHM.com to get your cash estimate today. You'll score financial freedom with Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Union Home Mortgage Corp. is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
College football season is Modelo season. If you're listening to this right now, it's time to reward your full-time fandom with an ice cold Modelo, brewed for full-time Buckeye fans. Boy, that sounds real good right now. 8:14 to play third quarter here in Columbus. 16-9, Ohio State leading Ohio University. Down on the field to Tyler Danberg.
Arvell Reese and Kenyatta Jackson Jr. conjoined to make that big play. That could have been a touchdown for Jackson, but it ultimately got called back. Before that play, though, Jackson was thrown down after the play by an offensive lineman for OU. He wanted the penalty, didn't get it, stayed resilient, got back to the bench. Backup quarterback Lincoln Keenels came right over and screamed, "There we go, KJ." Resilience there from the junior from Miami Gardens, Florida.
Yeah, we saw him sitting on his rump down there on the field with his arms out like he was asking the official, "Aren't you going to throw a flag?"
How about that return by Brandon Innes?
Almost squirted through some people.
28 yards on that return.
So, 1st and 10, Ohio State with the ball at their own 41, leading 16-9. Julian Sand has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Well, 1. Yep. The other one was reversed. And he'll work under center. James Peoples behind him at tailback. Jeremiah Smith is flanked out wide to the left. Snap to Sand, hands it Peoples, moving straight ahead. He'll get to about the 42, and that's where the play is going to come to an end. Right at about the 42, Anis Lukeman, a junior defensive lineman from Princeton High School in Cincinnati with a stop.
O-line's got to do a better job sustaining blocks. I know I said that in the first half. Carried over here to the second half. You got to take the guy 2 or 3 yards off that line of scrimmage, and they're not doing that right now.
2nd and 9, Ohio State at their own 42-yard line. Tate is flanked out wide to the left, Innes and Smith wide right. With Peoples in the backfield, and Julian Sand receives the snap. He's going to screen it right side. Carnell Tate gets to his own 45, to the 50-yard line, and down at the 48 of Ohio University. Before safety Adonis Williams puts him on the ground. It's a first down pickup for Carnell Tate, presented by Kroger. Is it?
No, I think it's going to be short.
Okay.
You got to mark it at the 50. They need to get to the 49.
I don't know about that. Oh, well. I mean, if Skip tells us it's a first down pickup, it ought to be.
3rd and short.
At the 50. So Ohio State's going to bring in some additional tight end type personnel with 7:10 and counting third quarter. 16-9 Buckeyes with a lead. Nate Roberts will be the up man in an C.J. Donaldson behind him at tailback. Julian Sand under center. Nobody out wide. Sand Hands it now for Donaldson. Past left guard. Pushes his way up to the 47 of the Bobcats. That'll be a first down pickup presented by Kroger. Stop made by linebacker Cameron Hollenbaugh.
Yeah, Cameron got run over a little bit there, but he did make the play. He held on. Buckeyes pick up the first down.
So the ball spotted at the 47 on the plus side of the field. Look like a good part of the crowd hang in here, Jim.
They should.
They should, yes.
7-point game.
16-9 is the Buckeyes lead. 1st and 10 to the Bobcats 47. Sayin in the gun. Peoples off his right hand hip. Tate motioning behind the formation. Sayin back to throw. Looking. He'll heave that one deep down the left seam. Jeremiah Smith gathers it at the 2 and into the end zone for a touchdown. 47 yards through the air as Jeremiah Smith was wrestling with Michael Mack for that football. And Ohio State on top now 22-9.
Well, they pick up that first down, 3rd and short, and then they take a shot down the field, which we've seen Ryan Day like to do. That time, we got good pass protection. Tell you, I think it was C.J. Donaldson, or was that James Peoples, did a good job picking up the blitz there and allowing Julian Sayin to find Jeremiah Smith on that post route.
PAT unit on to attempt point number 23. John Froman, the long snapper, poised over the ball. Centers it to Joe McGuire, who puts it down, and Jaden Fielding's kick is up, and it is good for the 23rd point of the game for Ohio State. So with 6:16 left in the third quarter, timeout on the field, 23-9. Ohio State ahead of Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Buckeye fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safelite Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at safelite.com. Safelite Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Buckeye fans, drive into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change for an expert oil change done in about 15 minutes. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Julian Sayin, 47-yard TD pass to Jeremiah Smith, plus the point after. And Ohio State's lead has now grown to 23-9 over Ohio University with 6:16 to play in the third quarter.
The Ohio State scoring drive powered by Honda, celebrating over 40 years of manufacturing right here in Ohio. 4 plays, 59 yards, 158 off the clock. Jeremiah Smith, 8 catches for 139 yards and a TD down on the sideline to Tyler Danberg.
Buckeyes head coach Ryan Day is patrolling the sidelines. He's been going from bench to bench. I'm right behind the wide receivers. He gave high fives to Jeremiah Smith, obviously, Carnell Tate, and Brandon Innes, who he also gave a big helmet tap after the punt return allowed them to help get that touchdown drive in order. Then he went over to C.J. Donaldson, and he gave him praise. You can tell Day has been relieved and is really excited after his offensive output.
Yeah, that maybe shook the rust off of what was going on and really kind of answered things after the Bobcats got that early third quarter score.
Yeah, they did a 2-play drive, their opening drive in the third quarter, and made it look easy right on down the field. And Ohio State needed the answer, and they have with a field goal and now a touchdown.
That is the third TD catch of the year for Jeremiah Smith, and now 7 TD passes on the season for Julian Sayin.
Jeremiah Smith now has 95 catches in his career here at Ohio State.
And that is now, 18 career TD grabs. Jaden Fielding who's been on the mark tonight, hit 2 field goals and all his PATs, kicks this one off for the Buckeyes. Ivan Dennis backing into the end zone, catches and takes the knee for Ohio University. So the Bobcats will have it at their own 25-yard line. 23-9 the score, favor the Buckeyes. Ohio State has won all 6 previous meetings. And Ohio State has won 47 consecutive games against in-state opponents.
Buckeyes have
tonight.
Tywan Malone and Will Smith Jr. in their defensive tackle right now. C.J. Hicks and Bo Atkinson at defensive ends.
And Parker Navarro remains at quarterback for Ohio University. He had a left wrist injury that took him out of the game in the second quarter, but he's got it taped up and back in. Empty backfield for Navarro. First down, Bobcats from their own 25. 3 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Navarro gets the snap. Back at his 16, rolling to the right, looking to throw. Navarro at his 20. On the move, lobs one out of bounds over the right side at the 45 on his own side of the field. He had C.J. Hicks trailing him, but a late penalty flag when the play was dead.
Yeah, the linesman over here on the Ohio State sideline threw that flag.
There were no players anywhere near where that flag came from.
Was a lineman downfield maybe for the Bobcats?
There is no foul for an eligible player downfield as the passer is throwing the ball away. Second down.
All right. Pick the flag up.
Yeah, usually it comes in late like that when it is a lineman down the field. That's one of his jobs there to look for.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. Bobcats at their 25-yard line. Duncan Brune is in at tailback behind Parker Navarro in a pistol set. Navarro gets the snap. Fakes it. No, he does give it to Brune, moving to the right side, and he collects a pile of Ohio State bodies that bring him down. Right at about the 27-yard line. In there at the bottom of the pile to make that play, linebacker Arvell Reese, as well as C.J. Hicks. Lineman brings up a course and 3rd down.
Coach Day was talking to that official through the flag, wanted a clear explanation on that. Throwing the ball out of bounds, throwing the ball away. Why does that pick up a flag? I don't know either.
So 3rd and 9, Bobcats at their own 26-yard line. Pistol formation with Navarro at quarterback, Brune at tailback. 4 receiver package, 3 to the right, 1 of them to the left, and that is Rodney Harris. Now Navarro again to the line of scrimmage to give some instructions. 3rd and 9, Bobcats from their 26-yard line. Here in the 3rd quarter, trailing 23-9. Navarro gets the snap. Looks to throw, fires on the right side, and that is caught. Receiver on the move. Stopped at his own 40, pushes his way to his 43-yard line. And finally, the tackle is made by Ohio State corner Jermaine Matthews on tight end Jake Bruno, and it gives Ohio University a 1st down.
Yeah, there's a bullet thrown there by Parker Navarro. He had to put it on the money, and good run after the catch to pick up that 1st down for the Bobcats.
3rd catch of the year for Bruno. So 1st down, Ohio at their own 43-yard line with less than 5 to play in the 3rd quarter. Navarro again in a pistol formation. Right behind him is tailback Duncan Brune. Marinaro, the center, positioned over the ball. 2 wide to the left, a single receiver to the right, tight end set right. Snap to Navarro. Hands it off, Duncan Brune going his way up the middle, and he's going to be clogged up and stopped right around the 44 on the Ohio side of the field. Will Smith, Jr., defensive lineman, involved in that stop.
Yeah, number 95, Tywan Malone Jr., also involved in that. Looks like Jarquez Carter, number 91, is going to check in.
It'll be 2nd and 8. Bobcats at their 45-yard line. Clock moving as we near the 4-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Navarro straight behind his center. Bruno off his right-hand hip. 2 wide to the left. Bruno and Harris are wide to the left. Hendricks and Rodarte wide right. Handoff Brune coming to the left side. Brune in trouble. Cut down to the 42 on his own side of the field by All-American safety Caleb Downs. Brings up a course in 3rd down.
That'll be a tackle for loss for Caleb Downs. They're going to lose 2 or 3 on that to make this 3rd and 9.5. They just converted a 3rd and 9, so let's see what Parker Navarro dials up here.
3rd and 10. Bobcats at their own 43-yard line. 3:26 in counting 3rd quarter. Parker Navarro, who began his career at Central Florida. He never played there, but he's in a shotgun. Brune off his right-hand hip. Bruno, the tight end, motioning on the left. Navarro throwing on the right. Pass deflected and knocked incomplete by Caden Curry, senior defensive end from Greenwood, Indiana, bringing up 4th down.
Pass defended there by the defensive end, who's already got a sack in this ball game. Got his hands up when he realized he wasn't going to get there on that quick throw by Parker Navarro, and forcing them to punt. The Bobcats punt number 6.
For Magnus Haynes, graduate student from Massillon. For Ohio State, Brandon Ennis back to return the punt. He made a nice return, and it almost was even better than that the last time the Bobcats punted. Shoulder high to Haynes, punts it with the right foot. Brandon Ennis backing up, waves for a fair catch, and he makes it at his 14, and he almost was run into by one of his teammates, but he caught the ball. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always and forever your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
3 minutes and 3 seconds to play in the third quarter. It's 23-9. Ohio State leading Ohio University. Buckeyes will go into their first of 2 bye weekends next weekend before they open Big Ten play on the 27th at Washington, facing the Huskies for the first time since they become members of the Big Ten. Down on the field to Tyler Danberg.
Lorenzo Stiles Jr. remains in the red medical tent, but he is questionable to return. Medical personnel will continue to evaluate his condition, guys.
He's been in that tent for a while.
He has. Young man who began his career at Notre Dame. Matter of fact, is a receiver at Notre Dame. He had a 50-some-yard catch in this stadium against Ohio State a few years ago.
You can still remember, right up the Ohio State sideline.
Yeah, it was early in the game, too, wasn't it, I think?
Golden helmet.
Yes. Of course, Lorenzo then transferred to Ohio State along with his brother Sonny, where his dad Lorenzo played.
Lorenzo Jr. and Sr. both graduated from Ohio State.
Together, yes.
Yeah, last spring.
What a neat thing that must be. Today's broadcast is presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics. We better make sure we bring our water bottles to Seattle in a couple of weeks, Jim.
I'm getting a quart size.
23-9, Ohio State with a lead over Ohio University. Julian Sand with a couple of touchdown passes, one of them to Jeremiah Smith, the other to Max Clare. And Jaden Fieldings hit a couple of field goals. Ohio University got a 67-yard TD pass from Parker Navarro to Chase Hendrick.
I wonder if they got a new press box there at the University of Washington. I remember last time it was like you're crawling into a cockpit.
Yes.
Leaning over the field.
Yes, we understand it is a new press box.
Oh, nice.
One of the most scenic views of any football stadium you'll ever see. You look out to Lake Washington, people coming up on their boats to go to the games. And remember when we were there, I think it was 2007 when Ohio State last played out there, there were at least 10,000 Buckeye fans there.
Don't they call it sailgating out there? Or
that sounds right.
Tailgating in their boats?
Sounds right. That was a game that Ohio State won easily. Remember, Brandon Sane had a big touchdown run in that game. The pride of Piqua, Ohio. So 1st and 10, Ohio State in possession of the ball at their own 15-yard line, leading 23-9 over Ohio University with 3 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the game. Julian Sand, front man in a pistol set. He's got Bo Jackson behind him at running back. Snap to Sand. Hands it to Bo Jackson, running past left guard, and Jackson's going to be yanked down right around the 17-yard line by safety Adonis Williams.
Yeah, gaining maybe 2.5 on that play for Bo Jackson, so he's creeping closer to that 100-yard mark. 96, 97 yards now on 6 carries.
We got a good dose of looking at him in the spring game where he scored a touchdown here back in April. 2nd and 8, Buckeyes of their own 17. Jeremiah Smith breaks out wide to the left. Coming wide to the right, Carnell Tate and Brandon Ennis. Tight end Will Kazmarek on the left side of the line for quarterback Julian Sand. Bobbles the snap, sets the throw from the 10. Screens it left side. Bo Jackson races to the 20, gets to the 25, knocked down at the 27-yard line by safety Adonis Williams, but Jackson will pick up the first down.
Boy, he wouldn't have got it without that block by number 89, Will Kazmarek, the former Bobcat who's been a Buckeye now in his 2nd year. He blocked that defender for about 2 or 3 seconds to allow Jackson to pick up that first down.
Of course, Will Kazmarek with a TD catch last week against Grambling State.
Right down the middle of the field.
First score of the game. 1st and 10, Ohio State at their own 27. Empty backfield for quarterback Julian Sand. Now Jackson motioning across, gets the ball on a fly sweep coming to the right side. To his own 30, Bo Jackson cut down at his own 33-yard line. Bo Jackson by corner Tank Pearson.
Gain of about 5, so that'll put him over 100 yards, back-to-back 100-yard games for Mr. Bo Jackson.
They mentioned he was the first true freshman to run for 100 yards for Ohio State since Dallin Hayden did it against Maryland in 2022.
I don't think Dallin did it the next week, though, so he's got that on him.
Yeah, exactly. 2nd and 4. Ohio State at their own 33 with less than a minute and a half to play in the third quarter. Donaldson is in at tailback, but quarterback Julian Sands set to pass. He looks, dumps a screen out on the left side, but overthrows Kazmarek on the left flat right around the 35-yard line, led him too far. Fortunately, no defender close by.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many of those out of Julian Sands, where he missed the receiver, a tight end especially, who's 6'6", by that much.
So 3rd and 4. Ohio State at their own 33-yard line. I mentioned the Buckeyes move into a bye next week. Ohio University will host Gardner-Webb down at Peden Stadium. 3rd and 4. Ohio State at the 33-yard line. Smith and Ennis wide left. Tate wide to the right. And Julian Sands throwing on the right side. Hits Tate at his own 37. Dumped at the 38-yard line by corner Tank Pearson. But that catch by Tate gives Ohio State a first down.
Yep. Got it by about a half a yard. So they'll go ahead and move the chains, and Ohio State will have a fresh set of downs. This drive started on the 15-yard line. They got it out to the 37 now.
Chewing a lot of clock. 23-9 the Ohio State lead. First down, Buckeyes from their own 38. Tate, who had that last catch, will go wide to the left. Jeremiah Smith wide right. Tight ends on each side of the line for quarterback Julian Sand, who is crouched under his center Carson Hinsman. Fakes a handoff, looks from his 30 to throw. He looks, shoots it up the middle of the field, caught at the 50 by Smith, slips out to the left side. Ball fumbled as he was tackled, but then he re-grabs it at the 48-yard line. Boy, Ohio University safety DJ Walker forced that play to the ground. It is a first down, but Walker looked like he was hurt after the play.
Yeah, the official said he was down, so they wouldn't call that a fumble.
Okay.
But another first down for Ohio State. And catch number 9 now for Jeremiah Smith.
Ball placed at the 48 of the Bobcats. As the final seconds are working off the clock, we'll see if the play is even executed. As Julian Sand is aligned in a shotgun, and the play will not occur before the quarter comes to an end. Timeout on the field after 3. It's 23-9. Ohio State leading Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Buckeye fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a champ or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The Donato's Pep Duo Pizza is back, and it brought a pal. The Donato's Pep Duo, loaded with crispy pepperoni and 3 kinds of cheese. Now get a large Pep Duo pizza for just $14.99. Also back, Donato's deliciously dippable pepperoni cheese bread. Now on the $5 Pizza Pals menu for a limited time. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's, gotta love more.
Experience Buckeye game day like never before. Welcome to the 1922 Club, the most exclusive space inside Ohio Stadium, where luxury meets tradition in the heart of Buckeye Nation. Enjoy upscale food and beverages and a game day atmosphere like no other. Create lasting memories with friends and mingling with other Buckeye fans, and celebrate every OHIO in ultimate comfort. Become a member of the 1922 Club today. Memberships are limited. Visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com.
What's up, everybody? It's Tyvis Powell, T-Bone, and I talk Buckeyes Monday morning at 6 on The Fan.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Back at Ohio Stadium, Skip Mossick with a check of your college football scoreboard. It is brought to you by Encova Insurance. Encova, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Other Big Ten teams in action. Fourth quarter in West Lafayette, USC 30, Purdue 17. Fourth quarter in Champaign, Illinois shutting out Western Michigan 24-0. Third quarter in Iowa City, Hawkeyes lead UMass 36-7. Top 25, fourth quarter, Miami 49, South Florida 12. Fourth quarter, Ole Miss up on Arkansas 38-28. Third quarter, LSU 13, Florida 10. In the second, Texas A&M leads at Notre Dame 28-24. Halftime, Vanderbilt the lead at number 11, South Carolina 14-7. At the half, Utah 3, Wyoming nothing. One other Ohio team in action this evening. Second quarter down in Birmingham. Akron and UAB are tied at 17. Ohio State 23, Ohio 9 as we head to the fourth with the voice of the Buckeyes, Paul Keels.
Thank you, Skip. Welcome inside the Union Home Mortgage broadcast booth, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. So one more quarter to go. A game that was tight for a little while there. At the half, it was Ohio State leading 13-3, and then Ohio scored early in the third quarter to make it 13-9 on a 67-yard Navarro to Hendrick touchdown pass. But then Jaden Fielding, a 22-yard field goal, and Julian Sand, 47 yards in the air to Jeremiah Smith for a score to get us to this point.
And Jeremiah Smith picking up that last catch for a Buckeyes first down, so let's see if they can add on to the scoreboard here.
1st and 10, Ohio State at the 48 of Ohio University. Bo Jackson at tailback behind Julian Sand in a pistol formation. Now moving in motion, Nate Roberts at tight end. A handoff, Jackson running right side. Jackson is grabbed at the 50 and dumped at the 50 by safety DJ Walker, who slipped right through to make that tackle.
Yeah, tackle for loss there. Lose about a yard on that play. Nowhere to go running behind the right side of their line. Nate Robertson at tight end there was running that way and just couldn't quite clear out a big enough hole for him to get through.
Now they're going to position that ball at the 49 of the Bobcats to make it 2nd and 11. Jeremiah Smith will go wide right. Carnell Tate, Brandon Ennis wide left. C.J. Donaldson was a tailback, but he'll become a slot receiver on the right, leaving Julian Sand alone in the backfield. Sand from his 42. He sails a pass deep down the middle of field for Carnell Tate. Got it to the 2, into the end zone. Touchdown. 49 yards in the air. Julian Sand to Carnell Tate, who got behind corner Tank Pearson. Throw 6 more up there. It's 29-9, Ohio State.
Yeah, Julian Sand still 3 games into his early career at Ohio State, but he throws a pretty nice deep ball. That time, Carnell Tate on the post route ends up getting wide open, and Julian put it right on the money for Carnell to come down with it in the end zone.
3rd touchdown catch of the season for Carnell Tate. VAT unit on to kick for point number 30. Jaden Fielding will kick out of the hole to Joe McGuire following the snap of John Furman. Fielding's kick is up, and it is good. So the scoreboard changes to 30-9 favor Ohio State. And we've seen the offense get into gear here in the second half, Jim.
Yeah, we have. And again, they got empty. They got an empty backfield there. Ohio Bobcats rushed 4, ran a couple stunts up front. Ohio State's offensive line was able to pick that up, and Julian got in the end zone with that throw. Ohio State scoring drive powered by Honda, celebrating over 40 years of manufacturing right here in Ohio. 8 plays, 85 yards, 3:49 off the clock.
And a 49-yard heave for a score. So it is 30-9 favor Ohio State.
Julian now has 333 yards and 3 touchdowns.
To 3 different receivers.
Yes.
And remember earlier in the game we saw Lincoln Keenholtz in for 1 play on what was a designed quarterback run. Well, it has gotten chilly enough now with a wind that it blew the ball off the tee. So Jaden Fielding's got to re-tee it to kick it off. Well, there's a couple of those touchdown passes that look like they may have been, as you said, Jim, a tad underthrown. That one it didn't appear to be.
Nope. That was a perfect throw.
And a great catch by Carnell Tate, who had a defender stalking him. Well, Jaden Fielding's got the ball on the tee, and he'll kick it with the right foot. 30-9, Ohio State on top. And Dennis will let that bounce in the end zone for a touchback. Down on the field to Tyler Danberg.
Julian Sand showed arguably his most emotion on a play this year. He was lifted by his left guard, Luke Montgomery, and when he came back down, he thought he might never have come back down. He fell down straight on his backside, but he was so fired up, had so much adrenaline full, he couldn't even think about that.
Yeah, as soon as he fell, all 3 linemen went to try to pick him up. Make sure he was okay.
14-14 to play fourth quarter. 30-9. Ohio State with a lead. Ohio University with the ball. Parker Navarro in a pistol formation. And right behind him is C.A. Bangura, the running back. Navarro gets the snap, hands it Bangura, and he stood up and pushed backward, but he bumps out to the left and is going to be cut down for a loss. Right at about the 23, Will Smith Jr., defensive lineman, will get that stop.
Yeah, he banged off of Will Smith Jr. early in that run and was trying to bounce it outside, and Will kept on him and was helped make that tackle along with a few teammates.
Will Smith Jr. out of Dublin Kaufman High School. 2nd and 11, Bobcats. With the ball at their own 24-yard line. Harris is flanked out wide to the left. Rodarte and Hendricks wide right. With Bangura at tailback behind his quarterback Parker Navarro in a pistol. Navarro had an injured left wrist that took him out of the game in the first half, but he has returned. Navarro gets the snap. Hands it Bangura, running straight ahead. Now out to the right he goes, and C.J. Hicks, defensive end, brings him down. It brings up a course and 3rd down with the ball just shy of the 30.
Yeah, that time Ohio State just had 3 down defensive linemen, and that's obviously a run look. They tried to run at it, but Ohio State quickly got some hats to the area and made the tackle for a short gain.
Because of that short gain, it's 3rd and 8. Bobcats to their own 27-yard line. 13 minutes to play in the game. Parker Navarro straight behind his center, Nick Marinero. And C.A. Bangura, the running back, is off his left hip. 2-by-2 receivers right and left. 3rd and 8. Bobcats from their 27-yard line here in the 4th quarter. Snap to Navarro. Back to throw. Navarro in trouble. Grab. Sack. Bo Atkinson, defensive end. Drops him at the 15-yard line. The North Carolina Tar Heel transfer picks up the sack. The 12th in his collegiate career.
First sack as a Buckeye, and he's happy, celebrating with his teammates. Caleb Downs there to help celebrate. But Bo Atkinson, as you said, he's had some experience doing that at North Carolina. Gets his first one as a Buckeye, and this will be punt number 7 for the Bobcats.
And for Magnus Haynes. 4th and 7, the down and distance. Nick Hemmer will snap it for Ohio University from their own 18-yard line. Haynes at his 4 to wait the snap. Head high, pressure coming, gets the kick away. Brandon Ennis backing up, waves 4 and makes the fair catch for Ohio State at the 37 on the Buckeye side of the field. When life gets real, start at Kohl's, where they've lowered prices on thousands of items your family needs for whatever life brings. Kohl's, where families come first. Timeout with 12:02 to play in the game. 30-9, Ohio State leading Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
For over 37 years, Buckeye Nation has known Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse for serving the best steaks in the city. Our thick-cut, aged steaks are a staple in Columbus, with 3 locations in Upper Arlington, Dublin, and downtown. And just like the Buckeyes, we strive for excellence and an experience like no other. Hyde Park is proud to introduce the newly added wine room at our downtown Columbus location, where a new elegance in dining surrounds you, creating the ideal setting for any occasion or the perfect night out. Hyde Park is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
The Electrical and Teledata Professionals of Central Ohio, represented by IBEW Local Union 683 and the Central Ohio chapter of NECA, are proud to support our team for another electrifying season. Whatever your electrical and teledata needs, you'll be a winner by getting wired by our professionals. Spearheading these state-of-the-art services is our Electrical Trades Center in Columbus, Ohio. Implementing both classroom and on-the-job instruction, they assure continued top performance. To find an electrical and teledata professional, visit www.cohneca.org. We'll see you at the game.
The Fan. Ohio sports destination. This is the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center. The team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Stay safe this season and make a plan for a safe ride home. If you drive drunk, you will be caught and you will be arrested. Drive sober or get pulled over. Funded by the Ohio Traffic Safety Office and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. 12:02 to play 4th quarter here at Ohio Stadium, where the top-ranked Buckeyes lead the Ohio Bobcats 30-9. And one of the things we've seen here tonight, Jim, that none of us recall ever seeing before, the Marching 110, the Ohio University Band, by their own request, they were placed way up there in C-Deck.
Yeah, right there in the northeast part of the stadium on the north side. They're way up there, but yeah, we can't remember the last time we saw a band that high.
Yeah, and again, it was passed along to us. They asked for that so they could be up there where a lot of the Bobcat tickets were.
And so they could get some of their fans a little bit closer to the action.
So, Ohio State with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Julian Sand has thrown 3 touchdown passes to 3 different receivers tonight. He has the offense break the huddle. 1st and 10 at their own 37. C.J. Donaldson, tailback to the left of the sophomore quarterback. Julian Sand gets the snap. Sand back to pass from his 29. Short toss, middle of the field is caught. And the tight end, Kazmarek, is dumped at the Ohio State 44 by safety D.J. Walker.
Yeah, gained him about 6, maybe 7 on that play. Kazmarek, he put it on the money that time. Last time he threw to him, it was way over his head.
Senior out of St. Louis, who began his collegiate career as an Ohio Bobcat, where he played in 29 games, had 42 catches, 2 of them for TDs while in Athens.
Fine young man. He joined us on the coaches show on Thursday and did a great job.
2nd and 3. Buckeyes at their own 44-yard line. Sand straight behind center, Carson Hinsman. He's got Bo Jackson next to him in the backfield. Single receiver Tate to the left, 2 to the right. Give to Jackson, coming left side, hits his own 45, gets to the 50, pushes it to the 47 of the Bobcats, where he is finally tackled by linebacker Cameron Hollenbaugh. That is a first down pickup presented by Kroger.
Well, we've seen a little bit more of Bo Jackson this game, a little bit less of James People, so we might have a little bit of a change in that rotation in the running back position for Ohio State.
Came into the game 9 carries, 108 yards last week and a touchdown against Grambling State.
9 for 109. He's consistent.
Back-to-back Hundies. Yes, yeah. 1st and 10. Buckeyes at the Bobcat 48-yard line with 10:44 to play in the game that Ohio State leads 30-9. Jackson still a tailback behind Sayan in a pistol formation. Snap to Sayan, fakes the handoff, squats, looks to throw, hit while throwing, and it guns up in the hands of a defensive player. That's going to be an interception. Is coming up with the football was Austin Mitchell, defensive lineman, and jumping the play was Jay Crable, defensive end, who was all over Julian Sayan, and Mitchell comes up with a loose pigskin.
Yeah, they brought the house there. Ohio State didn't pick it up the way they needed to. Julian's got to recognize that and either hit a hot receiver or just throw the ball away. He did neither. Took the sack, tried to throw it. He would have been better off taking the sack. But as he was going down, he threw the football, and interception by the Bobcats.
Austin Mitchell, a sophomore from Avon High School, comes up with a theft, and the Bobcats have the ball, and they've got in plus territory at the Ohio State 42-yard line. Parker Navarro, senior quarterback from Tempe, Arizona, straight behind his center, Marinaro. Awaits the snap. Sets up at the 50 to pass. Navarro looks. He's being chased on the left side. Navarro sliding and out of bounds. He'll shovel it out of bounds as Sonny Styles, linebacker, was chasing him over to the left sideline.
They're going to call that an incomplete pass?
Yes, I would think so.
Wouldn't that be grounding?
I was wondering that too, Jim, because I didn't see an eligible receiver, but he was out of the tackle box.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. Bobcats to the Buckeye 42.
Will Smith Jr. with a great pass rush there.
So now Parker Navarro in a pistol formation. Tailback Duncan Brune right behind him. Navarro with his arms outstretched, giving signals to teammates. Now Navarro gets the snap, hands it to Brune. Moving straight ahead is Brune, and he stood up and stopped right around the Ohio State 42 by lineman Will Smith.
Now, when you're out of the tackle box, don't you have to get it past the line of scrimmage, or did he get it past the line of scrimmage?
Okay. Yeah. Brings up a course and 3rd down. Yep, he just gave one of those backhanded flips. So 3rd and 10, Bobcats of the Buckeye 42 with under 10 to play, 4th quarter, 30-9. Ohio State leading.
Yeah, they pick up something here. It might be 4-down territory for the Bobcats.
Really? Parker Navarro straight behind his center. Gets the snap, bobbles it, grabs it, starts to run, spins away to his left. He's in trouble, flails a pass that's going to go sailing out of bounds of the Ohio State 30. Well overthrew Chase Hendricks, who had Jermaine Matthews covering him. He was fortunate to hang on to that ball after the bobble.
Yeah, maybe that left wrist had something to do with that there. Not catching that snap cleanly.
So 4th and 10.
Down territory.
Yep, they're going to go forward with the ball to the Ohio State 42-yard line. 9:39 on the 4th quarter clock.
Bobcats are 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions.
Jake Bruno is wide to the left, along with Rodney Harris. Coming wide to the right, Max Rodarte and Chase Hendricks. Brune in the backfield on 4th down with Navarro at the Ohio State 42-yard line. 4th and 10, Bobcats of the Buckeye 42. 4 down linemen defensively. Navarro at the 50 setting up shop. Slides out to the left, throws a shovel pass upfield. Caught by Brune. He fumbles the ball down to the ground around the Ohio State 38, and it goes out of bounds. Duncan Brune dangerously handling that ball. Devin Sanchez, defensive back, was over there in the area. It'll be a takeover on downs for Ohio State, however.
I see a sandbag on the field.
Play results of turnover on down. It's first down, Ohio State.
And a timeout on the field with a whole total of 9:28 to play, fourth quarter. 30-9, Ohio State leading Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
At Ohio State, we are the never afraid to innovate teams, the agile, get it done teams, the achieve more together teams, and the improve people's lives teams. Together, we are the Ohio State University.
Learn more about Ohio State at osu.edu/impact.
AEP Energy wants to know if you're ready to say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings. Get your energy costs under control by locking in a fixed rate for your electricity supply. You'll lower your bills and get price protection from rising rates. Take control and lock in a low fixed rate. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. AEP Energy is a competitive retail electrical and natural gas service provider and affiliate of Ohio Power Company, AEP Ohio. AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of AEP Ohio.
Your home for Ohio State Athletics, The Fan. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
It's 30-9, Ohio State leading Ohio University. 9:29 to play, fourth quarter here in Columbus. Ohio State Idol next week. They'll be at Washington on September 27th. The game time has not yet been announced, so stay tuned to this station for the time of our AEP Energy Buckeye pregame show. And right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always and forever, your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Buckeyes 30, Bobcats 9, 9:29 to play, fourth quarter. Down on the field to Tyler Danberg.
Before Ohio took possession back, Ohio State safeties coach Matt Guerreri was telling his defensive backs, stay on the gas, stay on the gas. That's exactly what they did, ushering in a 4 and out.
So the ball for the Buckeyes will be placed at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, it was a good defensive series there.
Sure was. Julian Sands still in at quarterback. He's got James Peoples in the backfield with him as Sands works out of the shotgun. Tate wide left, Smith wide right. Peoples gets the handoff, coming left side behind a block. Gets to his own 45, slips to the 50, and dives and lands at the 48 of Ohio University. So James Peoples will pick up the first down before being stopped by defensive back Ronald Jackson.
Got some good blocks outside there. We were to pin him inside and then turn the corner. Receivers did a good job blocking on the outside, allowing Peoples to pick up that first.
Sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, James Peoples. 2 career touchdowns. They came in the first 2 games of the season last year. So it's first down, Ohio State, working with the ball at the 48 of Ohio University. Julian Sands straight behind center. That's Carson Hinsman. And he'll hand it off. Peoples coming left side. Gets to the Bobcat 40. Peoples taken down at the 31 of the Bobcats. He was finally yanked down by safety J.T. Haskins. Another first down that could have gone for more.
Yeah, it's a really good tackle there by J.T. Haskins, the sophomore. Was able to fight through traffic there and bring down James Peoples after a nice run.
So the ball placed at the 31 of Ohio University. 8:25 and counting, fourth quarter.
17 yards on that gain.
Peoples last week, 8 carries, 59 yards against Graham Lake State. Mylan Graham in at receiver. He'll go wide to the right. Offset eye in the backfield with Donaldson and Roberts in reverse order. Max Clare motioning to the right for quarterback Julian Sand. Sand fakes the handoff, sets up at the Bobcat 40. Short toss down on the right side. Caught by Donaldson. Dances his way to the Bobcat 24, where he is wrestled down at the 24-yard line. And he's taken down by Pierre Kameni, safety.
Yeah, CJ was wide open on that play. I think everybody can see that. I was pointing to it from here up in the press box. He was wide open and got nice hands. Of course, he played a little tight end H-back while he was with the Mountaineers.
So 2nd and 3 after Donaldson's catch and run. Ball at the 24 of the Bobcats. Donaldson remains a tailback behind quarterback Julian Sayin in a pistol. 2 wide to the left, Smith and Ennis. Single flanker right is Tate. Julian Sayin in the pistol with a snap. Feeds it Donaldson, running right side. Races to the 20. Gets to the 16 of the Bobcats. And is knocked down at the 16-yard line of the Bobcats. And Michael Williams, linebacker, brings him down. The Buckeyes in the Giant Eagle red zone.
Good block there by number 70, Phillip Daniels. And then the wide receiver, Carnell Tate, did a good job blocking outside to help him pick up that first down.
And the ball put at the 17 of the Bobcats. 7 minutes and counting. Here in the fourth quarter, you would think the Buckeyes are going to major in the run, leading 30-9.
They got over 200 yards rushing.
James Peoples in at setback. And Julian Sayin will work under center. Carson Hinsman. Moving in motion, tight end Max Clare. Fake handoff, give on a reverse, and it's Smith coming from left to right. Coming left side to the 10, Smith to the 5, and into the end zone for a touchdown. Jeremiah Smith was wide right, circled around to the left. 17 yards on that play, adding to Ohio State's lead, which is now 36-9.
Jeremiah Smith had a wall of Buckeye blockers out in front of him as he turned the corner. Coming right to left in the formation, took that handoff from a little flip handoff from Julian Sayin, turned the corner and got in the end zone right inside the pylon.
His second rushing touchdown in his Ohio State career. He had one last year. So the PAT unit is on. Jaden Fielding to kick out of the hold of Joe McGuire. John Furman will snap it as the Buckeyes look to kick for point number 37. Ball in the air, and it is through the uprights. And a timeout on the field now with 6:36 to play in the game. It's 37-9, Ohio State ahead of Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Spectrum is a proud sponsor of Ohio State athletics, wherever Buckeye fans gather from the shoe to living rooms and watch parties across the country. Spectrum brings the game to you. Every snap, every score, every Saturday. From the season opener to cold weather conference showdowns, from Big Ten battles to the game versus that team up north. This is more than football. It's tradition powered by Spectrum, connecting us all. Go Bucks!
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Ohio State fans, are you looking to score big with your home equity? Union Home Mortgage will help you unlock the value of your home and fund the promises you've made to yourself and your family. If you need to pay off debt, have home improvements, or whatever your family needs are, visit UHM.com and score financial freedom with Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender and MLS number 2229.
It's the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Jeremiah Smith with a 17-yard TD run on a reverse, plus the point after. It's increased Ohio State's lead to 37-9 over Ohio University. 6:36 to play fourth quarter. Time to spotlight tonight's Best in Game. Brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line, who works hard to be the best in the game and is a proud sponsor of Ohio State athletics.
Well, I'm going to go Jeremiah Smith. He's got 9 receptions, 153 yards at TD, and he just rushed for a TD of 17 yards. That's 2 TDs for Jeremiah Smith. He's been unbelievable here throughout his early career here with Ohio State, just a couple games into his sophomore year. The Ohio State scoring drive, powered by Honda, celebrating over 40 years of manufacturing right here in Ohio. 5 plays, 59 yards, 2:53 ticked off the clock.
Now, the offense took a while to get going, but when they did, they really flexed some muscle here. This was a game that at the half was 13-3 favor Ohio State.
Yeah, maybe wearing them down a little bit here in the second half, starting to see some big plays, by this Ohio State offense. We got a 64-yard run by Bo Jackson. James People had a 17-yard run. Jeremiah Smith with a 17-yard run. We got a 47-yard touchdown catch by Jeremiah Smith. Carnell Tate had a 49-yarder, so it's a few big plays there.
Absolutely.
Buckeyes 572 yards of total offense.
And Julian saying 3 touchdown passes to 3 different receivers. Max Clare, one of them. Jeremiah Smith, the other, and Carnell Tate, the third. Jaden Fielding with a kickoff for the Buckeyes. Iman Dennis will let that one land in the back of the end zone and bounce out. So the Ohio Bobcats are going to have the football. Coming off a big win against West Virginia. They knew this was going to be an uphill battle. They'll go home to face Gardner-Webb next weekend, and then on the 27th, open MAC play at home against Bowling Green. Did you know, Jim, this surprised me. I saw it earlier in the week. Ohio is the only team remaining from the original Mid-American Conference.
Wow.
The others were Cincinnati, Butler, Wayne State. Huh. And there was somebody else I can't remember, but it was not one of the current members.
Well, I thought Miami was always in the MAC.
No, they weren't the original MAC.
Okay.
And now the backup quarterback again in Nick Paulus. He played most of the second quarter. Gets the snap out of the pistol, hands it to Bangura running left side, and Bangura is going to be dragged down right at about the Bobcat 30-yard line as he went sliding up the left side, and Ohio State got it pinched in, and looked like that might have been Caden McDonald over there that made that. No, it wasn't Caden McDonald, excuse me. It was for Ohio State. It was Edric Houston.
Bangura picked up 5. That's his longest run of the game.
And 5 to go for the Bobcats at their own 30-yard line. Nick Paulus, up man in a pistol, with Bangura right behind him at tailback. And it looks like they've changed centers as well.
You got Allen in there.
Yes, who has a guard.
Yep.
Gets the snap and a missed handoff, so Paulus will run and be taken down by safety Jalen McCrane right around the 30-yard line. Paulus went to hand it off to Bangura, who wasn't there, so he just ran. Brings up a course and third down.
My bad.
Yeah. But he hung on to the ball.
Human error.
5.5 to play in the game. It is 3rd and 3. Bobcats at their own 32-yard line.
Glad I still make you laugh every once in a while.
Oh, you always do. And it goes both ways, you know that. 3rd and 3, Bobcats at their own 32. Ohio State leading 37-9. Nick Paulus in the pistol. C.A. Bangura, tailback, right behind him. Allen, the center, over the ball. Snaps at Paulus. Fakes a handoff, rolls to his right at his own 30. Takes off running, gets to his 40-yard line, and goes down to the 44 as he was chased from behind by linebacker Peyton Pierce. But Nick Paulus will pick up the first down on the run.
Yeah, good decision there by Jalen McClain, who already has one big hit in this ball game. He had a shot there at Paulus, but just decided to jump over him as he went down and went into the slide.
Yes. He had a play that was reviewed for targeting. It was not. So first down, Bobcats to their own 43 with 4.5 to play in the game. It's 37-9. Ohio State leading. Paulus again in a pistol. Gets the snap from Allen. Hands it off Bangura, who's going to be grabbed and knocked down right around the Bobcat 47-yard line. Making the stop for Ohio State on that play as we're seeing more subs come into the game. Logan George, defensive end.
First time I've seen him play. He's been playing in this series, but first tackle that he's been able to make as a Buckeye. Transfer.
From Idaho State. He also spent time at Utah State where he never played. 2nd and 6. Bobcats at their own 47-yard line. Again, it's a pistol set with Paulus and Bangura, quarterback and tailback respectively. Bobcats using all the play clock, it would seem, as if they were leading, which they are not. Snap to Paulus. Hands it Bangura, weaving his way up the middle. Bangura breaks the 50-yard line, gets to about the 48 of Ohio State. And a big pile of Buckeyes will bring that play to an end. Sonny Stiles, linebacker, was in there, along with Jalen McClain, safety, bringing up a course and third down.
Kind of a late whistle there. He was stood up for a while and kind of waiting for that whistle to come, and it finally did. I think Bangura was waiting too. Like, come on, blow that whistle.
Like a rugby scrum. So 3rd and 2, Bobcats at the Buckeye 49. With 3:13 and counting here in the fourth quarter. 37-9, Ohio State leading. Nick Paulus, senior from Granite Bay, California. Awaiting the snap in a pistol formation. So a timeout by Ohio State.
Timeout, Ohio State.
That pistol formation, for those that aren't familiar with it, the quarterback's about 7 yards behind the center and the running back's just 5 yards behind him. It was made popular by Chris Ault, who was the coach at Nevada about 15 years ago. And now you see more and more offenses use it.
Well, if your quarterback's lined up for that shotgun, usually 5 to 7 yards back, that means your back is almost 9 yards back behind the line of scrimmage. You do a lot of running before you even get to that line of scrimmage.
Right. So the clock stopped with 2:59 to play here in the fourth quarter. The stands have started to thin out.
I don't think Woody Hayes would be a fan of the pistol.
I don't think so either. Probably not of the shotgun either.
The robust T, baby.
Yeah.
And the I formation.
Quarterback right under center to take that snap and hand it off. Of course, one of Woody's assistants, Bill Hess, one of the more successful coaches at OU back in the day. 2nd and 2, Bobcats from the Ohio State 49-yard line. Nick Paulus again in the pistol with C.A. Bangura right behind him. Paulus gets the snap, hands it to Bangura. Minot keeping it as Paulus running right side after a nice fake, gets to the Ohio State 40 and forced out of bounds right there at the 40-yard line as he was forced out by linebacker T.J. Alford, picks up a first down.
Yeah, they're going to spot that way back to where, the 39-yard line. It looked like he got a little bit more, but that's where he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, Bill Hess coached Ohio University to the College Division National Championship back in 1960. Bill Hess replaced, I'm drawing a blank on the first name, Coach Peyton, who the stadium, is it Don Peyton, who the stadium's named after? First down. Ohio University at the Ohio State 39-yard line. And Nick Paulus, again in a pistol formation. 2 receivers out wide to the left, but they've not shown a notion to want to throw the football. Snap to Paulus, hands it Bangura again, running straight ahead, and Bangura is going to be grabbed and stopped right around the Ohio State 37-yard lines. The Buckeyes had Fahim Delane, safety, coming up to make the play.
Of course, it's Peden Stadium, but it's Frank Solich Field.
That's right, it is. And we hit the 2-minute timeout mark here in the fourth quarter. Timeout on the field. 37-9. Ohio State leading Ohio University. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Buckeye Nation, the game's on fire. Whether you're in the stadium or on the couch, make sure Buckeye Vodka, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, is in your lineup. Distilled for a smooth finish, it's the perfect play for any game day. Grab yours and please enjoy responsibly. And be sure to follow them on social media at Buckeye Vodka. That's at Buckeye Vodka, 21 and over.
Now, the officials have been talking for quite some time.
Alrighty, let's see what they have to say.
Upon further review, there is no penalty on the play. However, we have conferred and discovered that Bob, the line judge, has saved a boatload for his kids' college using Ohio's 529 plan. It is tax-free, accepted nationwide. Bob recommends we all go to collegeadvantage.com. First down.
Well, that's not entirely unexpected.
Classic Bob.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
2 minutes to play, fourth quarter here at Columbus. 37-9, Ohio State leading Ohio University. Stay with us after the game for the Incoba Insurance postgame show. We'll hear from Coach Ryan Day and announce our postgame awards, including the IBEW Electric Play of the Game. Down on the field to Tyler Danberg. Tyler, hello. Okay.
Tyler must have went to the locker room.
Yeah, maybe so. Tyler, you there?
I'm here, Paul. Well, down on the sideline, backup quarterback Lincoln Keenholz and backup center Joshua Padilla working on some practice snaps. Maybe that means that either Keenholz or Padilla or maybe both are coming in, but just to take some precaution for when the defense can get off the field next, guys.
All right. Don Peden was the Ohio University coach that couldn't remember the first name, but
you're right.
Yeah, but Bill Hess followed him. Bill Hess was an assistant to Woody Hayes. Had some great success down there. Ohio State having great success tonight, leading 37-9 with 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 8 Bobcats at the Buckeye 37-yard line.
The 2 first scholarship athletes in St. Henry to play football played for Coach Hess. Don Putoff and Greg Putoff.
Really?
Yep. We started football in 73, and by 77, we were putting guys in D1.
There you go.
I think the put-offs might have had 17 or 18 kids, though.
And that was right about the time when the state playoffs started in Ohio. Started in the
it used to be
fall of 72.
Poll champions,
yes.
right?
2nd and 8. Bobcats to the Buckeye 37. Nick Paulus at quarterback. He's in a pistol formation. Duncan Brune behind him at tailback now. Paulus eyeballs the defense, gets the snap, hands it to Brune, moving straight ahead, and Brune spills past the 35 of Ohio State to about the 34, where he is brought down. It'll bring up a 3rd down. The course in 3rd down.
It's like maybe the center, Allen, is a little bit nicked up after that play. Slow to get up.
Taiwan Malone was involved in that.
Timeout for an injured offensive player.
Trent Allen had moved from guard to center, replacing Nick Marinero. Of course, we thought Parker Navarro was hurt and not going to come back in the first half, but he did come back and had a left wrist injury, from what we were told, similar to an injury he had last year.
Ohio will use their first timeout to avoid a 10-second runoff.
So minute 45 is what is on the clock here in the fourth quarter. 37-9. Ohio State leading Ohio University.
Looks like they're looking maybe at his right leg. Now they're going to help him up, so that's good news.
You remember we saw during warm-ups they had one of their offensive linemen, Seth Anstead, was injured during warm-ups.
Yeah.
He eventually ended up on a cart being driven off to the locker room.
Yeah, that's never a good sign when you get hurt in warm-ups.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, Jim. After tonight, Ohio State has one home game in the month of October, and that is October 4th against Minnesota.
Correction. Ohio State has declined the 10-second runoff. Ohio will be returned. Their first timeout will be returned to them.
Okay.
Gentleman's agreement there.
All right. So it is 3rd and 5, Bobcats at the Buckeye 34-yard line.
Looks like we got Bryce Parson in at center, number 76, a redshirt freshman.
So 3rd and 5, Bobcats at the Buckeye 34-yard line. Nick Paulus, the quarterback. Front man in a pistol formation. 2 receivers flanked out wide to the left. Duncan Brune, tight end, behind the quarterback. And Brune gets the hit. No, Paulus keeps it, rolls to his right, lobs a pass upfield, incomplete as that ball was thrown for Jake Bruno, but a penalty flag comes out as the ball fell incomplete.
The flag's thrown right in the middle of the field. We'll see what they got here. Here we go.
Ineligible player downfield. Offense to the 74. 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd down.
All right, so the ineligible lineman brings that, and it was called against Tigana Cisse.
Yeah.
So that's going to move the ball back to the Ohio State 39-yard line. We're to be 3rd and 10.
Correction. Ohio State is declining the ineligible player downfield. It'll be 4th down.
Okay. That changes it. The ball would be moved back to where the play came to an end.
Epi Sitanile is in the ball game, number 44 for Ohio State.
You know, I saw that 44, and it just made you think of Jalen Tuimolo, Al.
Yeah.
So 4th and 5, the down and distance for Ohio University. Ball at the 34 of Ohio State.
And they're going to go for it here on 4th.
They sure are. 37-9 the score. Buckeyes will lead. Quarterback Nick Paulus assembles the offense. Duncan Brune, tailback, right behind him. 2 wide to the left, tight ends on each side of the line. Nick Paulus looking to his sideline, now focuses on his center. Gets the snap, and he hands it off. Brune running past left guard, and he's going to be dropped. After getting the first down, it appears right around the Ohio State 27-yard line.
They converted.
Roddy Pettijohn involved on that stop, so the sticks will move for the Bobcats.
Bobcats now 2 of 3 on 4th down conversions against the Buckeyes, so they'll have a fresh set of downs. The clock ticking.
Yep, less than a minute and a half to play. Doe Boylan will come in at running back for the Bobcats out of Medina High School and a transfer from Drake. 1st and 10. Ohio at the Ohio State 27-yard line. Boylan behind the quarterback Paulus with 1:10 to play here in the fourth quarter. And a handoff goes to Boylan, running up the right side, and Boylan stopped at the Ohio State 20-yard line. Nice run on his first carry. Doe Boylan stopped by linebacker Roddy Pettijohn. And Ohio inside the Buckeyes 20. Time to defend the shoe, brought to you by Androl. You're so glad to be able to use that card, aren't you, Skip? First time tonight.
The late Bill Miles, our line coach here at Ohio State for a long time, and administrator, was a Drake Bulldog.
Oh, yeah. That's right. 2nd and 2. Bobcats to the Buckeye 19. Is that where he then went to Nebraska from there?
Yes.
Snap to Paulus. Keeps it, lobs a throw up the right side, incomplete at the 1 yard line as that went through the hands of tight end Jake Bruno. Had he caught it, he would have been in the end zone for a score.
Good play action there by the Bobcats.
And not a bad throw.
Yeah.
Touch high a little bit. It's, of course, some third down.
Just a little high.
3rd and 2, Bobcats to the Buckeye 19-yard line with 24 seconds of the fourth quarter clock. 37-9, Buckeyes with the lead. Doe Boyland remains a tailback behind his quarterback Nick Paulus in a pistol formation. 2 receivers, Harris and Hendricks, wide to the left, tight ends on each side of the line. Boyland the handoff, running over left guard, and Boyland's going to be stood up and stopped right around the 19 of Ohio State. There's a number of Buckeyes were involved in that.
He'll be shy of picking it up, and that'll probably do it.
Zion Grady and Jarquez Carter, a couple of the young defensive linemen involved in that stop with 7 seconds. And you're right, Jim, that's a wrap. Ohio State ends up getting the victory over Ohio University tonight. 37-9, the final score with the Buckeyes with a victory. This is the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
At Ohio State, we are the never afraid to innovate teams. The agile, get it done teams. The achieve more together teams. And the improve people's lives teams. Together, we are the Ohio State University.
Learn more about Ohio State at osu.edu/impact.
Stay tuned for the Encova Insurance Buckeye postgame show coming up. Brought to you by Encova Insurance, Bob Evans Farms, and by your Central Ohio Toyota dealer.